Okay, over enough of that. Yep.
I'll tell you when you've heard enough.
Robots. There, you did it. That counts.
Right.
So what's going on with you? I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. I'm trying to find the email. I sent myself the show news.
I sent it to you. To the Gmail, too.
Well, yeah, but I can't find where the damn... How to attach the forward. Let me just reply. Fuck it. But anyway.
Pay it forward, Frank.
No. Almost there. Just a second. I swear. It's almost there.
You know what, Frank?
What you got?
I don't give a f.
Oh my. Gotta go back to my inbox. Oh, it didn't show up. Let me know my sent. Okay. There it is. Okay. Sorry, dog. So, hi, everybody. Shut up.
You better be, Frank.
Not as sorry as you are, mother. Welcome to episode... What the hell number is this?
One, I don't know.
One, I don't know.
That was 112.
Oh.
Hey, I gotta upload last week's from yours. I gotta pirate yours. Put it on the show.
Do you use a 4K video downloader?
Yeah. I use that shit for my own videos, too. I think there's an option to download your own, but fuck that shit.
Right? I mean, I did the thing where they gave it to me for free, so I was like, cool.
Oh, sweet. Free is always good.
Right. So what have you been up to,
Frank?
Mr. Ian? Well, that's a segment of the show.
I don't give a fuck.
Shit, that was boring.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
Okay, so what are you drinking on there, show host?
It's all cherries. Popping the cherries tonight.
Oh, I know he's gonna go there. He made it a dirty thing.
Yep, I got the cherry ice, baby. Breaking the ice with some cherry ice.
Told him it was all right. What is your take on it, sir?
Basically, it's like, to me, it's, the Mountain Dew Ice regular and like Code Red mixed together. But I do have a Code Red also, just as backup.
Well, you gotta try it after and see if you can taste the difference.
Yeah.
It's not like that holiday mix where you're like, they did just mix all this shit together.
Well, I mean, basically the idea of it, I mean, like, it is supposed to be different than the Code Red. I mean, they wanted it to be, like, they didn't want to do the same product again, I'm sure. So it is, I think it is a little bit different. It's more of like, like a lighter, like cherry 7-Up or something.
Yeah, I have that too. So I would say that it's more of a, it's got a little bit more citrus than 7-Up does, just a little bit.
Yeah,
because I have cherry 7-Up in the fridge, and I'll drink that during the week. But on the weekends, I bust this stuff out, and it's a good substitute for cherry balls because I love cherry balls. But man, I can't sit and pound them because I will pay for it the next morning.
Well, I haven't drinking it out of the can yet, so isn't it more like translucent, kind of like how the 7-Up is versus, this is just like the Code Red is just really dark red, but I think this is like the 7-Up where it's like sparkling kind of red a little bit.
Nah, no, son, looks just like ice.
Oh, really? Oh, it's straight clear, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no pigment, just a can.
Oh, I see. Is that what the balls is like? The cherry
Uh,
balls?
Balls is clear, yeah.
Oh, okay. They're like, oh, we're not. It's all just the flavoring, anyways. We're not even
Right.
gonna mess with the color.
Right. They're like, there's no actual cherries in this shit.
Yeah.
Like Coke Zero, the only reason they make or not Coke Zero, what the fuck is this shit? That Pepsi.
Sprite.
No, the clear Crystal Pepsi. That's what I'm thinking
Crystal
of.
Pepsi, yeah.
The only reason it wasn't clear is because they just felt like making it that way.
Now, that'd be interesting that they did a cherry Crystal Pepsi.
I mean, they say it's supposed to be citrus flavored. I don't get it. It tastes like fucking regular Pepsi to me.
Yeah.
I think that's all. Like, I think that's what do they call that? I'm stuttering over my words here. The effect where like a placebo effect. Like you tell yourself, oh yeah, it's more like Sprite, so you think it tastes fruity. That shit ain't fruity. If you blindfold me and get me a regular Pepsi and Crystal Pepsi, I'd have to fucking take the blindfold off to tell you which one I'm drinking.
Yeah. I noticed with the Crystal Pepsi, it is basically like the regular Pepsi where it doesn't really it's kind of hard to explain, like you ever have like a really really hot day where it's like you want to try to drink like lighter stuff like a Sprite versus like a dark something like really dark and heavy like a cola or something. It's still like a cola, but it's clear. It's weird. It's it's still pretty rich.
Right. Now, what I'm drinking on, in this big ass mug.
You like your mugs, don't you?
Well, the thing is, I don't like pouring a itty bitty glass or drinking out of a stupid can. So, I got a refill here of this ice in case because I got 2 cans in here.
You don't like drinking out of a can and smashing it on your forehead or just throwing it behind you?
Nah, I like pouring ice in it and just drinking cold.
Do you like sipping out of a straw and with like little umbrella too?
Nah. No, actually,
Yeah, right.
I have a thing where I kind of chug, but it slowed me down when I had my dental surgery because my teeth are real sensitive to hot and cold still, even after like using that Sensodyne shit. So I can kind of drink by like filling my whole mouth full of it makes my back of my teeth go motherfucker. And then I have some water from the toilet.
I'm a firm believer of men don't drink out of straws.
Well, then you're full of shit. You ever go to the movie? What are you doing? Drinking in the dark? You grabbing a drink and just pounding it?
Oh, I mean, not like that. I mean, not like fast food straws. I mean, like just like like say if you have an open cup, and then you're drinking from a straw. It's just drink from the cup,
Eh.
It's like
I'm more likely to spill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knock shit over, especially at work. It's easier to, there's at least some boundary between the opening and the stuff. But also, I was reading like how they're banning straws in a lot of places. Well, like the bubble tea industry is like, oh fuck, what do we do? Because you need a straw, and like basically they sell paper straws, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. That are more heavy duty, but they also say if you are a real hardcore bubble tea drinker to carry around a metal straw. And I'm like, have you ever had bubble tea?
No.
It's basically tea with chunks of like yogurt or like, I don't think it's tofu, but like stuff in it. And it's not bad. It's okay. I like it.
I don't know how drinking out of a metal straw would be. You could always do those glass beaker straws.
I'd be too scared to break the motherfucker. Just get a plastic one, I guess. It's got to be a big, thick fucking straw though, because the actual bubbles are chunks. So it,
My parents are on a kick where they don't like anything plastic anymore, like cups or eating out of plastic, because they're like plastics is bad for you. It leaches crap or something.
Are your parents hippies, Ian?
No.
Nah, they're just dirty hippies. uh,
Uh,
my
have you
parents
heard
are on a
about that
thing.
stuff where it's like you're not supposed to drink, like plastic is bad for you or something?
Yeah, nah, I don't listen to anything that anyone says about anything.
Yeah.
Every 10 minutes something's bad for you, then it's the greatest thing, then it's horrible again. Anything in moderation can be okay. I'm not gonna say is okay because you what asbestos in moderation isn't good.
Yeah.
I actually, believe it or not, I remember we had a story a couple months ago about like the uh, was it EPA or whatever is allowing asbestos to come back. So like, I saw a picture of it was like weird photos from history, and they had a race that a bunch of miners did, like not coal miners, but that kind of miner, not children. They were seeing who could fill up 40-gallon drums with asbestos fastest, and it was the black powder asbestos, which is like 100 times worse than regular
Oh my
asbestos.
God.
And they said everybody except one guy in the picture died because of asbestos-related illnesses. And they also, at the time, they considered it a miracle product because, it didn't rot and, it was great for insulation. So, like, they seriously made a playpen area for kids with, like, instead of sand, they used asbestos. So they showed these kids that were playing in it and they had crap all over them. And I'm like, oh, if they had only known. But in the same article, it had this story about this Russian company that is the, believe it or not, the biggest maker of asbestos now. With but the funny thing is, like, let me find a picture of their because they showed one of their packages, right?
Right.
And hold on, dog. I got you. Got.
Well,
Hold on.
well, I do know, like, people put on a mask if they have to go through like abandoned place just for a few minutes. It's like that shit's not really saving you from much,
Why is it?
It's
still
if
doing
you
black?
do like prolonged exposure, like consistently, sure it has
All
a
right.
bad effect on your health.
But yeah,
Okay.
Russian company brands asbestos with Trump's face. On the side of the fucking shit.
Like Trump's the man.
If we didn't remove an incredibly powerful fire retardant asbestos or replace it with junk that doesn't. So he did a thing where he said, if we didn't get rid of asbestos, because it's fire retardant. Yeah, it's retarded, all right.
Oh, that's
I think
retardant.
right. Remember I said that I was having trouble with my camera earlier? I think I have the Hangouts open in a Google Chrome window, and that's why it's not screen sharing my Vivaldi window, I think. Let me close this and open it back up. Just 2 seconds.
All right. But yeah, like I think that's like if you're going through a place with asbestos, everybody's so scared of it because of the possible effects it can have on your health long term. People
Who you
think,
talking?
oh, I gotta wear what?
Are you talking to the people out there about asbestos?
Yeah, I'm just reiterating that if you're just going to be going through a building that had some kind of asbestos in it or whatever, if you're just going through there for like 10, 15 minutes or something, that's not really going to do anything to you. You got to be exposed to that shit like consistently,
Uh-huh. Asbestos.
He's not going to kill you if you just see it in the room there,
Here we go. It was a shoveling competition. Here we go. Workers shovel raw blue asbestos trailings into drums at an asbestos shoveling competition at Whitnum, Hopara, Washington, 1962.
Yeah.
And like look at the kids playing in it.
Yeah, that's just crazy. When you're working with it and you're handling and probably getting it on you, yeah, you want to be having some precautions with that at least, you know.
Yeah. Let me stop screen sharing. Close that. So yeah, that's what it was. For those of you wondering why we're starting so late tonight, I was having technical difficulties. When I tried to answer Ian, it popped up like multiple windows, and apparently one was in Chrome, whereas I thought it was in Vivaldi, and I didn't realize that I had another window open, so it wouldn't let me join the chat with my camera. And then I went to that window and I joined from it, and it turned out that was Chrome instead of Vivaldi, which I thought it didn't care. It would show your application. Nope, apparently it cares.
Isn't Vivaldi also the name of that one company that who was it that does Assassin's Creed that they were like having some kind of lawsuit with or something?
Ubisoft?
Yeah, Ubisoft.
I don't know.
They were like fighting for shares or whatever with the company.
I don't know, Margot. I have to say I enjoy the browser so far. It's very flexible and lets you customize the crap out of it. So, what have you been up to, sir?
What have I been up to?
No, the other dude on the show.
Me. I'm trying to look up that company. Yeah, Vivaldi. That's interesting. I know it's probably has like no relation to the browser, but I thought it was the same. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, this week I haven't been up to like a whole lot. This week it was kind of a slow week for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I was telling you off the air, I've got about 670 saved up towards that Nvidia card I want to get, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I should be able to put a couple hundred in there, a couple hundy. Because I'm laser locked on getting it. At least definitely before the tariffs start going up in next year. Because that's when the 25% hike is supposed to take place at the tariffs, I believe.
You're doing the MSI version, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the MSI. I really, I don't know if I want to spend like, I think the Strix thing, that's like really expensive. I think that's like in the 900s, I think.
Well, let's see here, sir.
The MSI one was a good. I mean, you could go bottom of the barrel is the GeForce one, I think, and then but it's not one of those, the GeForce or the not GeForce, but Gigabyte. I'm sorry. It's not the Aorus one. I guess the Aorus one is like really powerful, but their standard one I think is like under 8. It's like 790 or 800 or something. But MSI is pretty good. Medium.
The WindForce one is the one you're thinking of. It's the 789. Now they do have an Aorus one. It's the one I was talking about last week that has 7 ports, but you can only use 4 at a time.
Yeah, that was weird.
But never mind the Vega fucking Gigabyte card. You could use all 6 ports at the same fucking time and run 6 monitors. Yeah, the MSI ones, let me see. Where the hell is this? How much is the Strix one? Because like I don't think you can even get the 1080 Ti Strix yet. Any damn where, like the 2080 Strix not the TI version is even back ordered because it's the popular one. I think it has the highest clocks, is what it is.
Yeah, well, the Strix has always been like one of the highest end ones. I think.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive if you wanted to get the Vega. The Vega Strix, I think, is like up there with the 1080 Ti price, which is like 650 or.
I thought it was like the FX XFX ones had the highest clocks. I thought for the Vega cards. Let me see.
Well, that could be true, but I know it's like it's one of the most popular because it's like it has all the RGB and it's got like a high clock.
Right. Okay. Let me do. I'm looking Vega 64 by highest price on Newegg. Right now, yeah, you're right. The Strix is the highest, which is $857, which is retarded. But
800. The last I checked was like it was 650 on Amazon. I thought.
Well, this is Newegg is like stupid because just like Amazon, they have sellers. So this is the first one. Image coming soon, so I'm not gonna look at that. But then the first one that comes up with an actual picture is 669, and then refurbs are like 541, 539.
Yeah.
But then, and then the gigabyte, you can get I think it's a gigabyte. Or no, XX, they have the liquid version now. It was missing for a long time.
Yeah.
But
the 2080 is a good middle of the road because I'm not baller for the TI version, and the 2070 looks okay. But I have an article about this 2070 because I think that just launched now too. And they had some reviews and benchmarks of that. I guess it's
comparable to the Vega /1080, not the 1080 Ti, versus the 2080 is comparable to the 1080 Ti, and then the 2080 Ti is equivalent to like a Titan V or whatever, or Titan X.
Yeah, the 2000 cards are basically the 1000 cards Ti counterparts, basically.
Yeah, and except for like their Ti is supposed to be like in its own league because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
I actually watched one of the dudes on YouTube actually summed it up. He's like, I don't think they want to sell the 20 series cards. He's like, they price them so high probably to make it more appealing to sell the 10 series cards. Yeah, they did say they have a shit ton of 10 series GPUs in stock now that they can't move. And they're like, the 20 series, he's like, might be actually really short-lived. He's like, because remember, AMD is coming out with 7 nanometer, at CES supposedly, which we don't know if there's going to be a consumer / gaming card coming out of that. It might all be OEM, but it might be enough to get NVIDIA to go, we're going to do something too. And, they might either make this thing cheaper or make something newer.
Well, is this you think this is all they're releasing for the 2000s? Like, this is going to be the new roadmap, or are they going to do the 2070 Ti and the 60 Ti? And
I mean, the thing is, everyone's like, if they do it at that low a price, it's not going to have any CUDA core, not CUDA, any RTX cores. It's all going to be the traditional CUDA cores, because if you're paying under like the lowest 2070 is $500. So if you're paying under that, fuck it, you might as well get a 1080. But they're not going to say that. They're going, well, we'll sell you something. But so it might not have, RTX cores. We don't know. Personally, I don't see the point of a 2070 Ti. That'd be stupid. Just buy a fucking 2080.
Well, I mean, why did they do the 27 or the 1070 Ti then? Like, they did a Ti for every version. It went all the way down to like a 1030 or 1050 Ti, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, see, but then now the incremental changes are stupid, because it was directly proportional and price comparable for several generations, like all the way from the 7 series up to like the 9 series, and then now from the 10 series to the 20 series, it's fucked. Linus actually did a slideshow like showing the generations, like what the differences were and how in line the pricing was, and how now it's.
Well, yeah, Jay basically said the problem with the new cars is that you're paying 70% more for 30% more performance.
Right. Well, you know why? Because they figure it's like gas. You're gonna fucking buy it. It's the latest. You know what was the guy said? He's like, it's the latest and greatest. Can you please charge less? No, fuck me. Okay. There's no competition.
Right. Well, but I mean, if they're gonna go with this new schematic, they should have then instead of having a 2080 Ti, they should have just had it be a 2090 then, and that would have been you can't go any higher than that then.
Well, I think they did the Ti variant to make people go, "Oh shit, that's the best of the best."
Oh yeah, I know what the Ti version is.
Huh?
Yeah, I reckon I remember the Ti. That was awesome.
Right,
because like, titties, which are awesome.
Well, you know, because they said, the 10 series, when they went to the Ti, everybody they launched it later, whereas now this is the first generation where they've launched them at the same time. So there's that. They're trying to be different. If they launch something right now, the Ti is retarded expensive. So if they do a 2090, it's going to be double down on the retard strong.
Yeah, but I mean, you are probably right that they are probably trying to use the Ti name to get people instead of just calling it the 2090.
Right. Because then they'll go, don't give a fuck, but they say 2080 Ti. Hey, that's only one number higher. I'll buy that shit.
We're just gonna call it X for extreme. Extreme.
Oh no, that's the Aorus cards. They got an extreme. I was like, oh, gaming needs some Mountain Dew.
Gaming SD card.
Yeah.
It's just an SD card, but with gaming on the title, you know.
Right. Well, like this was the Aorus. I mean, have you seen the Gigabyte Aorus cards? I thought I showed them, but I can't.
You could bring one up. You might as well. But yeah, I've heard of them. They were supposed to be their extreme version.
Extreme. This isn't. Well, hold on. That's right. You're right. I say extreme. This isn't the extreme. This is whoop.
Yeah.
There it is. Extreme.
X, because the letter X is so awesome.
For over $879.99. It comes with a free 650 watt power supply. Fucking, which is cool if you're building a whole new rig. Sure, I need more than that. So
yeah, let's just include a power supply where it's the bare minimum, and if you overclock it, it's probably going to fry it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to need a bigger power supply because eventually I want to get the 2990X, and that motherfucker toasty. So. But yeah, this is the one I told you has. Whoop, of course, it doesn't show it very well in this picture. It's got. Why is it zoomed in on this? This is not the picture it's letting me zoom in on. Here we go. It's got 7 ports, one of those USB-Cs, and then 3 HDMI and 3 DisplayPort. And here's the way you can run them, and it only like 3 of one and 1 of one, or 3 of the other and 1 of the. Oh, it comes with one of those things to prevent sagging. It's a little jack you stick under your. I mean, it's not an ugly card. See that in your build.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
another thing is the 2070, like the reference card. It's really like it's not gonna. You can't do any kind of bridge on there, and there's there's going to be no backplate with it. It's like really no thrills at all. Right.
And then did you see when Paul's Hardware did the teardown? He's like, let me see if you can even overclock it and get the $400 equivalent to perform as good as the $500 equivalent. Well, he took the backplate off and he's like, nope. because you could see there's not quite as many MOSFETs and VRMs. You could see they had circles and like in the PCB where it's like, here's where it would go if you put it on the board, but it's not there. And the chip is actually different. It's got a slightly different SKU number.
Yeah.
So you can overclock it, but not quite as much.
Well, the thing, it really puts people at a crossroads because it's like, I think you could get one of the Vega cards then you say is like better than the 2070 or whatever.
It's like on par price / performance wise.
Right. But I mean, there's other cards that you could get besides because I know a lot of people were banking on this to be like the best bang for the buck card, but it's like there was other cards that you could get that's even better probably for the same price point, but the crossroads is where do you really want the RTX part,
Right. We're
really
banking
forcing people's hands,
Right, we're banking on them not to be full of shit. We hope it pays off. And it's like, it depends on what developers put in their, in their games.
Right.
If the developers don't support it, it's just some dead cores. I mean, sure they can do deep learning, super sampling. No one gives a fuck. And
the AI stuff.
Yeah, it's like,
well, I'm kind of lucky in the fact that I'll be able to benefit more from it because I'll be able to game, sure, but also be able to do the productivity ray tracing stuff too, which is probably is going to be more widely supported than the games initially, at least,
uh-huh.
Because everybody, like with the 3D stuff, the Blender and all that stuff, they want to do. Everyone wants to ray tracing for that,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's kind of cool.
maybe it'll help out too with the video rendering too. Maybe, I don't know.
They got like these bundles and stuff, which are kind of cool, but like they have so many different variants. If you get like your MSI card, you get a Corsair 1000 watt power supply for just under $1,000. Or a 4 terabyte hard drive with the PNY card. I wouldn't get it. You get a Intel MSI motherboard, Thermaltake PSU. I was tempted that EVGA has got this. You get the 1000 watt power supply, which I wanted, but for the price they're selling it for, I'll just fucking buy it outright.
Yeah,
because I don't want an EVGA card.
Well, do you think like if
Nope.
It seems like a lot of the like we're going in a direction, it seems like, of just like doing one really powerful card. Do you think that's gonna like that kind of shift would like affect like the PSU? Because it's like then if you're just doing one card, you don't even need a like a 1600 watt power supply.
Yeah, I mean it depends on your it depends on your CPU, because remember the new was it the i9 came out and it's pretty toasty.
Oh, really? Does that suck a lot of juice out of it?
Well, there were memes, like I didn't look it up specifically, but there was like my phone gave me like in my little news feed, there was the meme with the dude on like the dog in hell. That's like, this is fun. Like, hold on. Visit Reddit. Gotta love Reddit. Come on, boy. You can
read it on Reddit.
Right. And granted, this is an old one, but it's basically the same thing. It's like, this is the 7900. What are they up to? Like 90 something hundred now.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is fine.
Did you see the one video of what I think it was Bitwit that was making fun of the Who was the company that did the benchmarking for Intel? What was their name again?
Oh, Peerless Technology or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like their head of whatever Lyle, which is him playing his brother.
Yeah.
So, sir, would you like to get into battle stations? Because I haven't. I'd say what I've done, but I haven't done nothing.
Well, I have an article on the video card stuff. So yeah, we should probably shut up, Ted, a little bit.
Right. Let me just say, what have I done? Work, and the Ohio State game is on ABC this week, which is the one channel we don't get with our Hulu. We have Hulu Live, so we can watch live
Okay.
channels. But we don't get that, and a lot of the times, unless like ESPN, if it's not on ESPN or the Big Ten Network, it's like blocked out. But ABC is like comes in with an antenna, so I spent a good part of the afternoon messing around with my antenna and getting ABC to come in. So I don't know if it'll come in over the air or if they'll block it out, which is stupid, but they do that. So
you get ESPN on the antenna.
no, ABC.
Uh,
Which is funny because it's like it's just an antenna, but it's digital. See, not analog channels, digital.
I see people have the HD antenna is like a plate you could put on your wall or something.
Yeah, I got mine's just a little plastic sheet, but it's a boosted antenna because it's got like a power, like a little 9-volt thing you plug into the wall, and it actually helps. I get channels that I couldn't pick up before, so.
Well, some people
Anyway.
are lucky because they're like near like the broadcasting places.
Yeah, I'm not close to any of that shit. It's like, you need something on your roof. And I'm like, nah, dog. Oh, is this me? This was me. Shit, where's you? Hold on, let me go to my inbox. I'll go to your email.
Eh.
Here we go. Sorry, this is my shit from last week. I gotta paste. Okay. What is your theme for this week, sir?
It's whatever looked fucking good.
Oh man.
It's something that just had that something special in it that caught my attention.
Something.
For me, this was The View.
Dat view, though.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's alright. Got candles and shit.
Yeah.
It'd be distracting for me. I'm so used to having a black wall behind my shit. So like I don't like, can you imagine you sitting there doing that and all of a sudden a fucking plane flies by and you're like, whatever about the thing on my screen? A plane. A plane busted
Yeah.
plane.
Well, you just imagine squinting at your screen during the day, though.
Yeah, like he'd have to have his curtains drawn like a motherfucker. Well, like
Yeah.
that screen's not even that big because look how big the keyboard is.
They were kind of small. I'll give it to you that, but the tower is kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
I don't know what the specs are on it, but
let me see. I'm looking. Talk amongst yourself. Okay.
Kill Frank.
What?
Wait, what?
You gotta take what? Let me see if the imager has anything. Nope, just a bigger picture. He's got a candle. Look at me. Woo. Okay.
It's like a candle, and then it pans a little bit. Then you see like a tissue box and some lotion.
Well placed tissues, my man. Oh, I thought about this one for a split second. And then I said, nah. This dude looks like he would be into the Cheeto dust. So much razor. So much green. What the hell's on the side of his case?
I have no idea.
On.
Zooming handsome.
Yeah, is it like fans? Like well, first he's got a fidget spinner. Bom, bom. And then like so green, I mean, hey, if you got an Nvidia card and you're in gamery and you're into Razer, sure, whatever. He's got
Is that card a riser card?
what are you talking about?
The GPU?
Oh.
I don't think so. Maybe.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
I think there are fans on the side of the glass window, which is fucked up. It's probably not glass, it's probably plexiglass. And then dude, we get it, you vape. Fidget spinner and a stream deck.
Darth Vapor.
Yep. Yep, and then he's got his Asus laptop. He's got one of those little USB fans. I mean,
it'd be funny if you start calling Floyd that Darth Vapor.
I did, because you told me, what's a Darth Vapor up to?
What did he say?
He's like, Darth Vapor. Yeah, it's I. It's I. And then
you're not a glass guy.
Huh?
You're not big into glass, I don't think.
I mean,
glass tables.
Oh boy, now this, okay. I mean, the zoom enhance.
This is the moneymaker here.
Now he's got the mini NES. And he's got a wow, okay. Fuck am I looking at?
Break it down.
Okay. It looks like an inverted motherboard. Because the GPU's up top.
Yeah, did you see Gamers Nexus video they were doing some kind of build off or whatever live stream, and they were like inverting their cases or whatever?
Nope. They will post so much shit. I don't try to keep up.
Like, what was the last like reviewer, like Linus or Billwit or whatever you saw?
Probably Bitwit talking about the 2080 versus the 1080.
Yeah.
I did see Linus talking about the 2070 because like everybody did the 2070, so I saw all those. Because basically, it's like every video now, it's like, hey, everyone's talking about this, so here's what I say, and you'll probably see the same shit, and then you go to their channel, hey, it's the same shit, or it's something totally different.
It's regurgitating.
Like, right? It's either you could tell who drank the Kool-Aid basically, because like the first Bitwood, he did all the whatevers, and the first video he did was like, oh man, here's exactly the stats and all that, and then everybody else's video was like, it's not fucking worth it, man. What the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Well, how many other reviewers do you think had to buy that shit?
Not as many people that I watch. Because I watch the ballers with money.
That, I mean, they're pretty. I'm sure they're doing pretty good, but like they ain't paying for like multiple cars. They have like stacks of 2080 Ti's on there,
Right. No, like I know in the States it's better. Like in Australia, they literally have like one unit and they make the guy mail it to the other reviewer. Because like here in the US, like they gave them when Threadripper came out, they gave them a copy of the chip in like resin with their name on it of their channel as a gift. They're like, please don't do a shitty job of reviewing our product.
Have you been keeping up with any of the RIP contest, the
Oh
benchmarking
no,
contest.
I don't care about. It's just like cars. I don't care how fast it'll go. I really don't give a fuck. It's like, ooh, you can hit 5.1. You can what? I don't give a shit. I mean, it's cool. It gets people interested in the guys that I follow anyway, so that's cool. But it's not something I want to watch. I don't care.
You don't care about like the seeing DeBauer trying to do like crazy shit to delete the processor,
Yeah,
doing soldering stuff.
nah, nah. I don't care. It's like, hey man,
Yeah.
look how fast this Honda can go. I don't fucking care.
Well, this whole I don't know what you would call it, but like the whole trend of doing all this stuff is so you squeeze out all that performance without having to pay for it. But it seems to me it's like you pay for like a lot of this stuff just to be able to do that. It's like
Yeah,
liquid
correction.
cooling and all the LN2 cooling is like that stuff isn't cheap either.
Right. There's a certain depreciation of negative gains. You're eking out 0.1 hertz. It's like, oh, I wanted to get 1.7, not 1.5.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck? I don't care.
But at that point, yeah, it's just like about bragging and a lot
you're
of people
trying to be
are passionate about it.
I think it was just because Jay was at the top of the leaderboard with that AC unit when he got one. Until everyone's like, well, we'll get one too, Jay. Hashtag Intel.
The only thing I did see was that people are kind of worried about the whole delating market with the new processors because they're soldered or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That was actually Gamers Nexus has a video. Is the solder any good? That's the title.
Yeah. Well, it's what it's going to be from now on, motherfucker.
I mean, Threadripper, you can delid, but only if you're fucking crazy because Linus did it.
Oh, he did do it?
Yeah,
did he fuck it up?
I didn't watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail. He's like, why? Just cause.
Well, isn't that how they found out that like the dummy dies and stuff on it?
I mean, yeah. I don't.
Oh yeah, we found out another dummy died. Now they have room for 128 cores.
Right. Well, the way that the way that it's all glued together with the infinity fabric. Say what you want, it's actually working pretty good for him. So.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing with that. The new Intel things is, I guess they were saying it's, like a negative view about it because they were saying they just cannibalized some more server stuff, which was like older.
That one that they overclocked to that 28 core, that was a 2016 chip. And they were like, here's our new product that it fucking came out in 2016. But back to this guy. It's all right. I mean, he took a good picture. The towers, like I said, wow. I don't know what case that is. I know it's tempered glass. It looks like he has his some LED or something hooked up with USB back there. I can't quite tell.
Is that like UV reactive stuff in there or something?
I'm guessing either that or he's got a light in the because that's his CPU block, so it might have a light built into it, and then he just has like a bright ass green cable that just happens to glow. I don't know. Let me see. Does he say anything? Hold on.
Probably not. People don't put effort into this shit, man.
Right. They post a picture that they took with their phone. They either post like 50 pictures of them nailing every nail into their desk, or they post like one blurry shot and then everyone goes, oh man, God, and no.
Yeah, that's why I'm not too like social with all this stuff is because like I feel like I have to put effort if I'm trying to post something that I'm trying to be proud of,
Here we go. The case is an inverted ATX layout. Yep. So yeah. I'm with you. I like the view. This one, Probably has some good specs if he would list them. And this one's just, this is a conversation piece, a little messy, but you know, let's
Okay,
give him
so
something to talk about.
right. Does he have it? Is there any good speakers on any of these?
Well, let me go back in the order. First one, no.
All right.
No.
So
Second
their
one,
audio game.
second guy.
Speakers or headphones. You could do either or, I guess.
Well, the second guy here with his speakers, I don't know what brand this is, but they're larger, so they might be better. The front ported.
Logic dictates.
Well, see, logic and sound is not logical. Most illogical.
Except when it
So,
comes to gaming headset mics, right?
yeah, let's see. Now there's no visible headphones in this one, so I can't rate that. The second guy, like I said, there's speakers and some
He's
big.
like, don't listen to anything, just look at the view.
Right, look at that shit. This guy's got some kind of. I think those are Audio Technicas on there, but I can't quite tell. And the third guy, they have Hybrid Cloud headphones, which yeah, people say those are pretty good. Logic speakers, I mean, they're speakers. They make sound. Sure. I don't. I wouldn't, but too much like my damn Cyber acoustics that I had. Just
Right.
shitty little speakers. You could, you know.
Yeah, I watched Ulrich's video recently about. He was explaining why the like the sound card market did die. Like all the creative Sound Blaster and all them, they shot themselves in the foot. Like the Turtle Beach.
Right. I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail. Do I need a sound card?
Well, I guess he was involved in some of that stuff actually.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I saw him reporting from the hospital, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, sad, sick.
He's out the door, walking out the door. Unfortunately,
Huh?
it seems like he's on his way out, man.
Oh, he's
It's
trying to
like-
keep his foot.
Yeah.
Or leg, I guess.
Well, it's just like he's had that one video where he's like he might have to have his legs amputated, and like I have some of them bookmarked because I feel bad for not watching them
Right.
because he really does have good content. It's so much
Yeah.
out there.
He's just going through a rough patch. It's like, ooh. And like I understand, YouTube. If you're trying to make it a career, it's hard. As a dude, I started trying to follow because he had no followers, and he just would do like other people's setups and stuff, and then his channel just went dead.
Yeah, there's not really much of a YouTube starting career anymore. Really, you have had to been with the platform for a while.
Right, you had to like when it first launched, start doing something and do something original because certain fads are dying out. So you either have all kinds of baller money and show, look at this thing I just opened, or actually do something original, which is kind of hard. So your top one out of your three is the order you
thinking
gave
about
it.
going. Oh no, I didn't say that. I'm going with probably 3-2 or 3-1-2.
Oh, so you like the multiple monitors, then the view, and then the Cheeto dust.
Yeah, Cheeto dust got to go last, man.
I'm gonna go in the order presented.
Oh, really? You like the Cheeto dust?
No, it's just as much as I'm sure there's cool stuff here. For one, I can't tell what either of these computers are packing, and this one has actual speakers and a laptop. So,
well, I still will probably say that my first is still going to be first, but I think I will put that one second, and then the View guy last. It's like
he got 2.1K upvotes, so I think he's doing all right.
Yeah.
And then your other dude got 141. So
So the
who
internet thinks this
rocks-
guy is the best.
Yeah, for his this.
Well, how much did your guy get though?
I don't know. I closed it out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. I ain't going to that shit.
Oh, do you got a theme, sir? By the way, keep that one up. This one, because I guess that one's going to be the winner.
Oh, we're doing a competition now?
Yeah, so we give shout outs at the end.
Oh, okay. My theme, well, originally I just went with ones that grab me and maybe go, hey, that's pretty cool. And then the next
Just
thing I
like
know,
me.
but they all kind of had it's not a theme, but they're similar. Hold on. You'll see. So here's the first
Slightly
one.
similar, awesome builds.
Well, hold on now. Hold on there, Scout. So here's the first one I picked. Monitors don't have a whole lot of bezel. You know?
Zoom in on that shit.
Hold on, dog. Now, the one on the left does look to be a little thick. But,
With two C's, right?
yeah. But I wouldn't hold it against it because it's still, like I said, minimal bezel. Pretty good color reproduction.
It's like they fooled us, and it's like a regular CRT built into the wall,
right.
hide in the back.
Right. The Corsair case, although normally a played out option, seems to do pretty well here. It's got a little Noxua on the, air cooler. I can't even tell what graphics card we're rocking. I'd have to read it and see. But
Yeah, the Corsair case is pretty popular. Or...
I mean, it's it's a it's just it's got a little switch there and a Xbox controller. It's a little shitty Logitech speakers again, but whatever. I mean, I would rock this. Is that his phone under his tower? Looks like the phone under the tower. I don't know. Little pineapples along the wall. I mean, it's cool. It's nice for what it is.
You like the Frankenstein your brands. You just don't go like everything Corsair.
I mean, I'm trying to be the dude that goes for performance instead of sticking with a brand. But when a brand consistently puts out something you like I've got 3 LG monitors here / TVs, and I want to get one more, but that costs money, and I can't justify spending money.
Yeah, but like you got Corsair. You like Corsair. You like their keyboard. You could have gotten all case, fans,
I have
memory, and everything.
I have a Corsair power supply.
Yeah. But you like the Noxua better than the Corsair fans.
Well,
Like
they're
said,
rated for
performance.
silence, and they keep you cool. Corsair isn't known for being quiet or very cool, so
Right. But I agree. I like going with whatever grabs you also, and yeah, the whatever is really good.
oh look, he's got the voice meter banana.
Oh, it does.
There you go. He's doing his own podcast probably. I don't know.
Either podcast or streaming or something, but
So
I've
that
seen
was,
like a whole lot of streaming specific stuff on there. Does he have like any headphones or audio stuff?
well, I mean, he's got shitty little speakers and then microphone. I don't see any headphones. Good a mouse mat. I'm going to agree with that. Someone downvoted that, asshole. That mic is overkill. Downvote. So that's the first one. Second one. Let me blow this shit up here.
Somebody has a favorite color.
Okay, so first of all,
I see why you picked this one.
why do you see that?
Just go ahead.
Well, okay, yes, they're a weeb, but
Fucking weave.
Yeah, but they do pick some quality products because they have their monitor on the left, Samsung, the monitor in the middle, the AOC, which is alright.
You know,
And if go
the
ahead,
pink is actually working for me though.
right?
I like the pink. It's like
Like
really
the
rich.
yeah, like the they got FR speakers. The way it bounces off of all the different textures inside of the like the motherboard and the backplate, lacking backplate of the GPU, kind of goes along with the I don't know if that's wallpaper or whatever with that crackle finish.
Yeah.
And then they got a little drawing thing there to draw, and they got their RGB remotes, and they got I think that's a fractal case.
And did you say this was like a work slash gaming computer or something?
Uh, I don't know.
What was the title?
Uh, overly pink.
Uh,
What is this? Intel Core i5 3470 with DDR3. A 1060.
oh yeah, did you see Jay did a video on it? I don't really think it probably is to that point yet, but he was like, so does the new like 1080 or 1080 Ti actually bottleneck the newer Ryzen processors yet?
Oh, the 1080 or the 2080?
The 2080.
Oh.
I think you said you're probably pretty good, but like if you're still on the FX, then probably yeah.
Yeah, FX is kind of even with my video card, it kind of chokes.
Well, your video card is doing like way better than the processor is doing, so it's like it has to. Isn't that like what the whole bottlenecking thing is? Is the video card is making too many frames, and the
Yeah,
processor can't keep up or something
there's
like that?
yeah, but if the CPU is bottlenecking, it can't keep up with the GPU, and also the inverse can be true. I don't know which
Yeah.
one is doing it. One of them's doing it. This shit's not working, man. But yeah, it's I like what they're doing. They got earbuds hanging on the wall, so obviously they're kind of budget. But
So you got a what kind of microphone is that? He's got a crazy microphone, but then earbuds.
no, it's the same thing I got.
Uh
The
oh,
knee,
so
the
it is.
Neewer.
Yeah, you didn't really care about your microphone too much.
Who said
huh?
that? Who
Well,
said that,
newer
dog?
is you could get newer for like $15.
I got a scissor arm. I got a phantom power supply. I didn't get just the shittiest microphone I could get. I got relatively budget, but it's not a Rode mic, but it's better than like a Samsung or some plastic piece of shit. I could get a
Right, but
USB microphone.
you didn't care about your microphone as much as your headphone game, though.
Well, if that were true, Ian, I would have just got a headset because Sennheiser makes headsets.
Right, but there's the headphone, your mic is like way cheaper than your headphones, though, right? Your headphones are like $200-300, right?
I mean, mine are, yeah, but that's the reason I got a different microphone is so I could change up my headphones as I want.
Oh yeah, that functionality you do have.
I spent about 60 for my microphone and power supply and all that shit together.
Oh, okay.
Because I got the scissor arm, I got the mic, I got pop filter and all that shit.
I keep forgetting because I got it really cheap because I already have a mixer.
Nah, my shit was plugged into the onboard.
Yeah, well, at least for my secondary mic, I just wanted something like a newer something for Nate can have the newer mic,
I mean, it sounds better than when I use my old headset that I had. Headset scratchy little bullshit audio. No, this actually sounds aight.
Yeah.
I followed a guy on YouTube that all he does is review microphones, and I went through and went through the big one that was most popular that he did and the best price, and then I got that. and I
Well,
haven't had a problem.
yeah, it also depends too on like what you're doing because like you could have so many things that messes up like your, like the sound quality of your really good microphone,
Right.
and you can make a crappy microphone sound pretty good. It depends on like how it's being processed, I guess,
Well, like this guy, he'll do literally 20-minute videos on a microphone. He'll talk about it and then he'll do a sample. He's like, I'm sitting so far away from the microphone and typing on a keyboard. He's like, I'm so far away from it and talking, and like, so you would know what's going on and what you're expecting from it. So I think by the way, if you're looking for a microphone, I think the guy's name is Podcastage. Sorry, now I got to give him a shout out because that's all he does. Well, okay, it's not all he does, but it's his most famous thing he does. Because he has a separate channel for like he's a musician by trade, I guess.
Okay.
But this is like been his bread and butter. And like, yeah, here he goes. Like, how many people subscribe to his channel? He's got 78,000, subscribers. Just his shitty. He reviews like sound cards and input devices and like so many microphones. It's ridiculous. Like he has the Steinbergers and the Mackeys and shit, and then does all the Neewers and the BMs and the Snow, Yeti and the like. What is it? Snowball, the blue microphones. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Headsets and shit. What other channels does he have? He has that, and then he's got a podcast channel. Oh, he has a second podcastage page. What the hell is that about? Oh, yeah, he has a thing where he plays guitar too to show you if you play music and sing with this thing, what it'll sound like.
Yeah.
I mean, like these, I guess, are reviews of like bullshit, like different windscreens and stuff. So like, not really stuff you would see on the regular channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is where I find reviews for gear that doesn't fit in the main podcast. This channel. Sound cards, headphones, super cheap mics, and plenty more. There you go. But yeah,
well, basically, you really care about your output more than your input because you don't have like crazy mixers and
I mean
stuff,
Well, I've the way I thought about it was I didn't plan on streaming. I planned on doing everything in post because I have video editing software, a lot of it that I got for free because I got like bundles and shit. But
yeah.
I figured if I have a decent enough mic for voiceover, that was also my goal because I always wanted to do voiceover work. And all the reviews I saw, people like, yeah, you could get the Blue Yeti if you want a toy. And I was like, ooh, snap. So, and then like I just saw the guy who did, he had a microphone with a Rode mic arm, and he's like, yeah, I like the Rode mic arm, but it's $100. He's like, and I want another one. So I got to spend another $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing, the only thing that's bad is if I hit the springs. Ooh, which big deal.
Well, like, what are you going to be putting your instruments into? Just like your amps or whatever?
Well, no. See, I actually just I have USB hubs running from my computer through my backs of my cabinets into the drawers, and I have excuse me, it's really weird. I think it's actually technically, Jesus, excuse me. I think it's a USB sound card that plugs into USB on one end and comes out with a 1/4-inch plug to plug into a guitar on the other.
Okay.
And I can use that with there's a shit ton of free amp emulated software. I actually had to buy a new USB hub because when I bought my keyboard, like my musical keyboard, it came with one, and I bought a generic one that's similar because it's got the buttons. You can turn on and off the ports by pressing them, and they light up to let you know which ones are on. And the generic one worked until last week. It would light up and it would act like it's working. But when I plugged my guitar into it, my guitar said, no, I'm not plugged in. And
Yeah,
I switched it and I said, oh, I'll just order the same one. So I ordered the same one again and it works.
yeah, I've had that. I don't know why, like USB hubs just randomly die. Then
I mean, it's a cheap one. This one is a Sabrent, and they're actually like the USB hub came in foam inside of inside of a box. Like it was like my mouse came inside of a nice fancy package like that, and it cost $50-$60. This thing was a $7 USB hub, and
wow,
they packed it up in like a cardboard package. And once you cut that open, there's foam around it, like built into. There's a card inside with foam glued to it with the cutout in the shape of the hub, and the hub sitting in that. So I was like, damn. And it's got a port on the side if I run something that's it requires more juice than the USB 3 puts out, you can plug it in and put a power adapter on it.
Hmm.
So that's aight. But anyway, enough about that. Would you like to see the third setup I have here?
yep.
All right, let me copy it from my email. From my email.
My email.
And paste it go. This guy says he updated his battle station, says went curved. And hold on. Come on, blow it up. There we go. Booyah. This is the first picture.
That vertical curve too? I don't think so.
No, I think it's just a Acer. But I mean, it looks nice. And then they got all these little, weeb figures everywhere. And I think those are those AOC, not AOC, AKC headphones. Or are they Audio Technica? What the fuck are they? I know what those are. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Now, blow up another picture. And once again, the Meshify C case, which it might be in the mini. I'll have to look. But it's a Meshify C case. They got
Is that what
more.
your next case was going to be?
It's in the running. I'm looking at. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go smaller form factor or bigger form factor.
Are you going to kind of need bigger form factor if you're going to get a 20 series?
Well, you can run a Strix in a small form factor case. You just have to make sure you have good airflow. But yeah, I actually commented when this guy posted this. He said went curved, and I was like, oh, and I went direct. People downvoted that because they're assholes. But yeah, he's got curved monitor, portrait monitor, mic arm with a Yeti, and then he's got a little drawing monitor thing here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He could draw his weeb shit,
I mean, that's why. Yes.
Hey, that when me and Ben were in school, teachers were straight up like, "You're gonna fail or something if you do anime stuff."
Is that what they said?
Yeah. They just didn't see it as being creative, I guess, when you come up with your own stuff.
Well, I mean, when you can take it and put it into a 3D element. And see, this guy didn't totally do the thing where you delete all your, you hide all your icons, because he still has his trash bin.
Yeah.
But it plays, it works for what he's got. It's aight. I mean, it's glass disc, and I'm not gonna hate. It's gonna bother me. I don't.
Does any of these people doing it? I haven't seen any. What is it? Rain meter or whatever.
One of the guys had it. Which one was it? Whoop! Shit! Hold on. I moved it to a different monitor. Okay. Which one had it? This guy. What does it say? Use wallpaper engine on Steam, the clock and left monitor, and stats and visualizer used rain meter. So on
Are
the
you still
left
messing
monitor,
around with this shit?
I have it. I haven't really customized it. Like I basically I made a clock / calendar for my to put on my side so I could just glance over and see that it's 1 in the morning and oh shit, I gotta go to bed. And then I also put a calculator because I'm constantly going, okay, so that like when I with my PC part picker stuff, I go, okay, that costs this much. But what about if I oh, that's too much. Okay, I like that better.
Why are you doing thermals too?
I was, but then I had to put the speed fan to open at launch, and I don't like making stuff open at launch.
You
So
ain't waiting for that shit, huh?
yeah. Oh, here we go. I was right. AKG headphones. Look at me just guessing shit.
You know your headphones now, don't you?
Nah, nah, dog. I don't know that shit. Here we go. AKG K701s.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten away from the bars headphones, bar head supports or whatever.
Yeah, the steel spring.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about them?
I don't have any.
I mean, I have mine, which is a steel series, but
Right. I mean, this is the same kind of thing here.
yeah,
These are $450
$50.
with flat wire voice coil technology. The headpad doesn't seem like it has a lot of cushion for your head.
No, basically everything is just supported by that strap, you know.
Yeah. And it's like once it rubs up against your head, it's got to be soft. Soft.
Soft.
It's got those velour
Yeah,
pads, which seem like they'd be all right.
I feel bad for those people because I've heard of like people that are like on radio, you know, have worked like radio their whole lives, and they actually get like, you know, how people like who wear hats have like are balding from wearing hats all the time. It's like they have a like a weird strip of like their hair
Oh, yeah.
balding from just the headphones.
Right. Or a perpetual cowlick.
Yeah.
See, these are what my headphones look like. So it's kind of funny, like where that cushion's missing in the middle.
Okay.
My headphone stand actually goes right there.
Well, that's a good thing because it doesn't like it would make the material last longer than
I guess I could get some shit like these right here. Fucking these LCD2. These are the LCD2s. Do they have the LCD2Cs? I don't see them. Those are like the newer ones.
Oh yeah.
Whoop, not semicolon. Home row, stupid. LCD2C.
How fast can you type, Frank?
My personal best was like 70 or 90 words a minute. I'm faster with
back in the day.
back in the day when I used to try when I was like in college, and they actually would time you.
Yeah, me too. I'm back to having to look at the keyboard.
I can type without looking, but when you start throwing in the numbers and characters up top, that's
Yeah,
where my
me too.
that's where I'm not so good. Let me
It's
do
not
a-
so nice.
whoop on.
Keystroke chatter with Frank.
Aw. I only did 58 words a minute.
Just like frame rate's not good enough, right?
Yeah.
FPS. It's not good if it's under 60.
Can you see what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Oh, there are other people. Oh shit, there are actual people here. Shit. I thought it was gonna be bots. Does this count as my first game stream? No, it's not my first. What am I saying? Oh, come on.
Yeah, have you checked our chat, Frank?
No. You do. It's yours.
You Did you check the chat last week?
What was on the?
No, no one's on there. Dang, I was trying to live off of this shit too. Starving, Frank. YouTube ain't giving me any money.
Hold on. Where the hell am I? I didn't even place. 5th place bonus. Oh, I did 0. Am I even on here? 53 words a minute.
Oh, dang, it was even worse.
But, you know, I had a higher accuracy, I'll bet you.
Hmm.
Yeah, 94% accuracy. All these other motherfuckers, you know, well, damn, 40 words a second.
And my one best friend, he could type like 120 words a minute.
I mean, the more I practice, the faster I go. It's just like I literally like my inside of my forearms and wrists start burning if I go too fast. I'm faster with the keystrokes a minute or second or whatever, like 10 keystrokes. Where the hell? 10 key speed.
Tinky speed. What?
Learn to type. Damn it, I want the
Tinkle
test.
speed.
Yeah, you know the the number pad that everyone tries not to get. Can I get a 60%? Yes, I want to accept your cookies, whatever. Oh shit. They throw in the damn period. 2.4.
Did I tell you about my friend who's working for Microsoft now?
No.
Yeah, it was like my best friend around, like around college time. I really don't. I kind of got out of touch with him, but it's like, yeah, come to find out, he was working for Intel and now he's working for Microsoft, doing some kind of. I think it's the same kind of like software development stuff that Barnacle was doing.
Huh?
So I don't. I'm not too sure though.
Yeah, this gives you like 1 minute to type all this shit. I'm not gonna do it because once you throw in the characters like the dashes and the plus and minuses, that's where I fuck up. Because all mine is straight up. I can do 16 digits, but so anyway, yeah. So my 3, like I said, there's this guy, Pinky, and then the curve dude. So
it's first the Pinky, or that dude is first.
Well, this was the first one. These are just the order I presented. I'm not giving my rating.
Oh, you haven't given your. Oh, okay.
No. And then, yeah. So,
the curve guy.
What is your order?
I don't know. That's tough. They're kind of all like the same thing.
Right. Even though they're not, because like there's no weeb shit here, and this one's this one's all budget shit, and then this one's like higher end but still weeb shit. I would say in the negative order I presented them: 3, 2, 1.
I would go the same, probably. Yeah.
All right. So
that pink really looks nice though on the second one. I was almost about to say the pink was first.
It ties everything together, huh?
Yeah.
And see, they use books in a box to make their monitor higher.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I used weights before for my one monitor.
my old Dell monitor, I used an Amazon box. I'm not gonna lie, but it was like just an auxiliary. So 3871, and dude can't only have 15. Let me refresh. Yeah, he only got 15 so far. That's bullshit.
So, so I guess it was all about looks then. The second one got it.
They go, it's LEDs. I like it.
Yeah. Well, let's
Plus-
this guy shout out because he's our shout out for the night, and then the internet
It's a
shout out.
shout-out. Hold on. Our favorite is wontons.
Wontons.
It's his username. Pinky is I'm shy, leave me alone.
Okay.
And then the last one, it's funny because you see he has those pineapples behind his monitor. Username is pineapples, spelled funny.
You got the cityscape guy up.
And your guy has 2000.1.
What's his name?
Walrax, WOLRAHXXX.
Okay.
So mine have better names: wontons, I'm shy, leave me alone, and pineapples.
He had better, but potentially face his name.
By the way, he also linked his Pixiv page, which I can't click on because it probably has adult shit on it. Anyway, time for the news, Ian.
What are you worried about, Frank? We gonna owe YouTube money?
I said it's time for the news.
If you say so.
Exciting. The news with Ian and Franklin.
That's Note 9, yeah.
And Note 9. In a world where a man checks his cell phone.
By the way, are you gonna get a Pixel 3, Frank?
No, I'm not.
What are you going? What direction are you going for?
I'm going for no. I'm going to
Actually,
not waste my money. I'm gonna do like
I'm
my
not gonna
wife
have
and
any.
no, I paid $800 fucking dollars for my phone when it was new.
Yeah.
I still have a Pixel 1, and it's still, since it's an Android device, it can be updated. And the funny thing is, since it's the Pixel, it gets the priority update. So it's updated as soon as the update comes out, they push it to my phone. My phone will get it before yours any day. Until it doesn't.
I have the newest fucking phone, and my phone's still on Android 8.
Meanwhile, this is the first generation out of the three, and I'm rocking the Pi. I'm past Oreo. I'm on Pi now.
That's the problem, man. It's like it doesn't matter what hardware you have with the Android stuff. It's like it's whatever's prioritized, you know.
There are caveats. There are things you got to take into consideration because, like, I watch Unbox Therapy, and he goes, "Here's the newest phone that could be coming out." But the thing is, if it's a phone from China, I'm on Verizon. That shit's not going to work. And second, is it going to be supported with updates? Because I can have it for 2 months, and then as soon as the updates stop, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So I want a phone that's big and has front facing speakers and all that bullshit, but I'm not going to get another one until I can't use this one. Like my wife's phone, she literally, when she would get text messages, she'd have to tell people, "Hey, I didn't get that emoji. What was it? All it sent me was a little black square."
Wow.
So when you can start not getting messages, that's when I'm gonna switch.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, hey, whatever works for you, man.
I don't need to update now. Shit works fine.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know the what was I gonna say? God damn
Sorry, I talk too much.
it.
Words.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's like whatever. Oh yeah, I was gonna say about the problem with unbox therapy is like every phone is like, ooh, this is gonna be my new driver phone or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is gonna be my new phone. This is the best phone that you got to get, you know.
Right. I
Every
mean, he
time I
does.
see a
He'll
video.
try it for a week and then give his actual thoughts.
Yeah.
You just got to tune back in a week, dog.
Right.
The lucky thing about YouTube is, unless you're leaving a comment, there's no actual line to see the shit. When it comes out, you just go, "Oh, he's got a new video," and you watch. When there's a new Apple product, you either got to buy the motherfucker and you got to be one of the guys that stand in line, or you could just watch. That's why we created a society and civilization where we just our culture now, all we do is watch other people open things we wish we had, so we get that sense of, hey, I've got this thing now, but you don't.
Hmm.
So your first story, if we're going in order, is about a Jeep Pie.
Yep.
I had this article.
All right, so that's good.
I have a couple others on him, so I'll just throw them out. Well, not in him specific, but we'll get into that. So a Jeep Pie killed rules that could have helped Florida recover from hurricane. That basically, this is like every week there's a new hurricane. We go, yeah, he fucked it up. Yeah, he fucked it up. Oh, there's a fire. He fucked that up too. Pie blames carriers, but he repealed rules that were spurred by Hurricane Sandy. The FCC chairman slammed wireless carriers on Tuesday for failing to quickly restore phone service in Florida after Hurricane Michael, calling the delay completely unacceptable. But FCC Chairman Pye's statements ignored his agency's deregulatory blitz that left customers without protections designed to ensure restoration of service after disasters, according to longtime telecom attorney and consumer advocate Harold Feld.
So kind of like the firefighter thing.
Yeah, like kind of the firefighter thing was actually like while they were fighting the fires, it was hard for them to communicate. I don't know if the thing went down or what. This is like obviously during the hurricane, their infrastructure kind of crumbled, and there were protections that were supposed to make it easier for them, but he, walked it all back because he wanted to get rid of the. It's all about undoing regulations, even if the regulations make nothing more but pockets lined for Verizon and other companies. That's all it is. Because that's all the backing up Obama's regulations and deleting everything is just trying to, like the EPA, they're trying to make it more poisonous because who cares about the fucking environment? The president has said yes, he believes that the environment is changing, but he doesn't believe it's man caused, and there's no proof that it won't change back. And then they said, well, 90% of scientists say that it is caused by humans and that it's irreversible. And he said, well, scientists also, there's not a lot of facts behind science or some shit like that. And I'm sorry, I don't care who the president is. If you denounce scientists, which is the definition of truth, doesn't mean you can spin news all you want. But facts are facts.
Yeah.
We only
I
have
mean,
one. Was it? We only have one set of facts. Isn't that what they say?
right. I mean, you can't be surprised though with like a lot of, like a lot of the hard rights views on stuff because a lot of them are pretty religious, and it's like all that stuff affects their views and stuff. Like if you believe in a god and everything, it's like you're you think that stuff, it affects everything. It's like with abortion, with souls and everything. So it's like, of course, all that plays into the beliefs of
You
everything.
can't cherry pick what you believe and what you don't. You either take your book and you say, I believe it all, or you believe it didn't. If you believe that Noah, and this is coming from a guy who's Catholic, so go ahead and say what you will. If you believe that Noah put two of everything on a boat and sailed around for 40 days and 40 nights, then you also believe that there were two people in a garden and that we all came from those two people, apparently. And you also believe that shrimp is an abomination.
Yeah.
And don't get a tattoo, you hillbilly, because that's an abomination as well. So,
Right,
I
but
mean,
it's like that's what the stuff, like you have to debate against is people believing in that there's angels and all that stuff. It's like when you believe in all that stuff and that affects everything that you do.
there was
It's like
a,
how do you keep all that religious stuff out of everything?
I mean, the thing is, it can pepper your personal beliefs and your motivation, but it cannot, when you are responsible for a government or a group of people, you can't use your religion to taint anything, because no matter what your religion is, if you worship goats or if you are an atheist, you can't expect everybody to believe what you believe. Now, there was a kid recently who won something, like he's going to college and he's like 8 or something, and they interviewed him on the news, and I was like, oh, that's cool, a genius coming up amongst the ranks and all that. Well, no, then he said that his goal is to eventually become a physicist and prove that God exists. So of course,
Well,
all the Christian radio stations were saying, "Can you believe this kid? He's a genius. He's really doing God's work." And it's like, oh,
well, I mean, I'm just saying though, like when people believe that, it's like that's why the right is so like they're immovable with stuff, is because that's
it's
hard coded
ingrained.
into everything that they believe. And at the end
Yep,
of the day, they really believe that you're not supposed to live for this life. It's everything's in the afterlife. So it's like
yep.
it really can't change any of that stuff.
No, but you should understand your willings and dealings. You shouldn't be so afraid of fire and brimstone that you fear understanding the world around you, and you fear science because you're afraid it's the devil.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that,
that's what it is.
that
Everything is the devil.
they're hugging that fine line between, blissful ignorance and the mom from the water boy. It's the
Yeah.
devil. You can't condemn everything. I mean, there's a reason. What were we doing during the Dark Ages? Let's leave it at that.
Killing everybody that didn't believe in God.
Yeah, believe in your God, and
Yeah.
that's it's stifled human progress, and yeah. So that's just my opinion. I'm, like I said, I'm Catholic of my own volition. I didn't go to school, and the church right now is going through some stuff, so I'm not going to even comment.
Well,
But
it's weird with me. It's like the older I get, the more like I mean I can't. The more I've realized the less that I actually know about everything. So it's like the more undecided I become about everything.
well, like I read books about Catholicism, like the Catholicism. My wife had Judaism for Dummies, and I had Catholicism for Dummies. So I have all these like specials from uh Discovery Channel about Jesus and stuff, like who was the man and all this crap they don't teach you in Bible study, because you go in and you're like, well, what was Jesus? We'll get to that. No, I don't want to come back in 2 weeks to hear these boring stories from you. I want to get answers.
Yeah. Well, the catch-22 is that like I mean we haven't even gotten to Mars yet as far as landing a person on there. So like it's you can't really say that there's could be nothing in like higher dimensions, all that stuff. But at the same time, you can't really say that, oh, if you don't choose this god, that you're gonna go to hell. But you expect like some person that barely lives 100 years old to have the whole universe figured out. You know, that's not right either. So it's like you really can't win. You know,
right? By the way, about this shit sandwich to Jeep Pie, nearly every FCC public comment supported net neutrality. Stanford study shows. Out of every original comment sent to the FCC about its net neutrality repeal proceedings, nearly all were against killing the regulations. According to a new Stanford University study, the study found that 99.7% of non-duplicated comments were against the repeal. That's one little thing that they kind of just let slide there. And oh no, we don't need to read the comments. No, I mean I told them that all their comments count, and then I'm just going to kill them all.
Well, hey, this is for the. You might have to pay more for your internet, but it's for the overall better good, Frank.
It's for the greater good.
Yep.
And then also, by the way, Comcast complains that it will make less money under California net neutrality law. Of course they did. Of course they did. And I have just two more about this before I skip over to your next story, because I just have my few internet stories here.
All it's the same type of thing. It's a different state, though.
Yeah. Up to 9.5 million net neutrality comments were made with stolen identities, which is what the whole New York's problem thing is. Their thing is, well, using a New York person's identity without their approval is fraud, and we will prosecute. And Pie's like, no, that wasn't a no.
And saying in the New York accent, "What's with yous?
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here."
And then my last one of this is Pi claims report findings violate net neutrality repeal. What? Broadband providers are investigating in their networks again thanks to FCC's repeal of net neutrality, says FCC Chairman G. Pi. Critics say otherwise. Clear this ad here. FCC Chairman G. Pi said a new report from an industry trade group shows his policy to repeal Obama-era net neutrality regulations is working to spur investment in broadband, but net neutrality activists beg to differ. Pi said the findings, published Thursday by broadband trade group U.S. Telecom, show the broadband spending increased by $1.5 billion from 2016 to 2017, validating his policies, which focus on cutting regulatory red tape. Where is this? The Democrat-led FCC also reclassified, this is Obama era, broadband as Title II service, a move defenders of 2015 rules say was necessary to ensure the regulation could withstand legal challenges. Title II regulated broadband in a manner similar to the way telephone service is regulated, but Trump-era FCC has agreed with ISPs who say the stricter regulations have hurt investment in broadband networks. The FCC, led by Pi, a Republican, appointed by President Donald Trump, voted to repeal the rules in 2017. So this is just laying the groundwork here. U.S. Telecom is a trade association representing the U.S. broadband industry. Its members include large publicly traded companies like AT&T and Verizon, as well as smaller rural regional players such as Blackfoot and Montana-based broadband provider. U.S. Telecom is one of the largest groups that unsuccessfully sued the FCC in federal court over its original 2015 net neutrality rules. Imagine that. So the report claims, as the FCC prepares to defend itself in court against claims from 22 states and a number of tech companies, that the agency's repeal of the 2015 rules was arbitrary and capricious. Pi has often pointed to a previous U.S. telecom study that showed $1 billion decline in total spending in 2015 compared to 2014. Last week, the FCC used the same argument and decline in broadband in a legal brief filed in a federal appeals court. Yeah, so it's if this company, U.S. Telecom, sued the original Democrat-led FCC to try to reverse uh, net neutrality, of course they're going to publish shit that says that it looks better now.
Right.
It's in their best interest to do so. Where's the fact checking?
Hey, all this, Frank, is supposed to be good for us. I mean, the companies, which will trickle on down to you.
Yeah, thanks, Reagan. Ever since then, it's always pushing for long shots. Like the new tax credit is supposed to stimulate job growth. It's in a broad sense. They don't fucking know. They say, oh, well, companies will invest in people. No, they won't. You give a bunch of billionaires money. You know what they do? They stay rich and don't give it back to their employees.
Hey, our wallets will trickle down to you.
Yeah, you'll get my money eventually. It's all going to be in a Swiss bank account, but you will get it someday. Anyway, entire broadband. Go ahead. Entire broadband industry sues Vermont to stop state net neutrality law. Oh boy.
Yeah. Another state.
The nation's largest broadband industry lobby groups have sued Vermont to stop a state law that requires ISPs to follow net neutrality principles in order to qualify for government contracts. Lawsuit was filed yesterday in U.S. District Court in Vermont by mobile industry lobby CTIA, cable industry lobby NCTA, telco lobby U.S. Telecom, the New England Cable and Telecommunications Association, and the American Cable Association, which represents small and mid-sized cable companies.
So they're like, we're going to focus on Vermont today.
Yeah. They figure if they can get one, they could. I don't think they're brave enough to tackle California just yet. California
is a big dog, right?
They crafted that motherfucker. They said, "Oh, you just wait, hold my beer."
Well, they got Silicon Valley in there and everything. You know, all the big tech giants are there, so it's like you really can't just come in there guns blazing. You know.
Yeah, they're not afraid to deny contracts to the big dogs. So,
well, I don't know. It's just a scary time with all that stuff, you know.
It's a rough time, man. YouTube offers a week of free service to subscribers due to outage. Subscribers, go ahead.
Now, did you get affected by this, Frank? Because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I even called my friend and was like, is it just me or is something wrong with YouTube here?
When was this?
I think this was earlier in the week.
Well, this is
like Monday or Tuesday.
This is YouTube TV. I don't have YouTube TV. Was regular YouTube affected?
Yeah, it was like I just couldn't get on YouTube.
Oh, due to a massive Tuesday night that included opening night of the NBA season and Game 4 of the NLCS, YouTube crashed and remained unavailable for over 40 minutes for YouTube TV subscribers and non-subscribers just wanting to go on YouTube for various videos. Things got a bit awkward for YouTube during this outage because the site went down while they were sponsoring the NLCS.
Yeah, people are pissed, dude. Like, this was worldwide.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, it was like later at night, so yeah, you were probably about to go to bed.
Yeah, if it was a weeknight. Lately, I've just been reading before bed because, you know, if I sit up and watch stuff, the next thing I'll know, I'll be like, oh, fuck, it's too late.
It's like, it's time to work.
Right. Oh, I gotta get up. So, yeah. Nah. Not gonna do it.
But yeah, like YouTube is a site that you wouldn't expect to be down, you know?
They're so big now. You figure they could handle it. Plus, they're pushing TV to everybody. You think they have the power to handle it, and I guess not.
Well, they're like, hey, we fucked up, man.
Did they say they got doxxed or whatever the hell it's called?
No, they really didn't specify. It wasn't like a hack or anything. I don't think it was like just something technical. They really didn't specify, though.
Someone tripped over the power cord. Apple CEO Tim Cook calls on Bloomberg to retract its Chinese spy story. Oh, Oh my. This is that story that I showed where they had the actual little chips inside of their servers and motherboards.
Yeah.
We were very clear with them that this did not happen, Cook tells BuzzFeed. Apple CEO Tim Cook is calling on Bloomberg Business to retract a story that said his company was the victim of a hardware-based attack carried out by the Chinese government. It's the first time Apple has ever publicly demanded a retraction, according to BuzzFeed. I don't know if you listeners saw this, but yeah, it was there were actual chips in motherboards that supposedly were from China that were hacking into stuff on a hardware level for a bunch of tech companies, Apple and Amazon. I'm surprised nobody else said anything yet. For your Supermicro server, which is Supermicro is if you're building a server, that's usually where you go.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, it's official from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has said he has no reason to doubt the Apple and Amazon denials, and a top official with the National Security Agency has said the vast resources at his disposal have been unable to confirm the report. So,
yeah, but it's
of course they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, our shit got hacked by the Chinese," and the government goes, "Well, they said they didn't. We don't need to investigate. We're only going to take a week to figure out if this rape actually happened.
right.
We don't got to ask the people that happened to."
Well, it said in an email, Bloomberg representative wrote, Bloomberg Business Week's investigation is the result of more than a year of reporting during which we conducted more than 100 interviews, 17 individual sources, including government officials and insiders at the companies, confirmed the manipulation of hardware and other elements of the attacks. We are also published 3 companies' full statements as well as a statement from China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We stand by our story and are confident in our reporting and sources.
China.
So it's like Apple versus Bloomberg, man. So
What
like
do you think?
what were you saying, that Apple is basically lying then?
I mean,
This is kind of a Doug story, man.
well, I mean, they gotta. If the evidence supports it, don't worry about who says they got what. Actually, look and see what the fuck's going on. You know.
Right, but it just still sound like a he said, she said type of thing, you know?
I mean, if it's a hardware hack, then stands to be there should be some evidence.
Yeah.
I don't know what's, I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
I don't know.
You were the one that even brought this first, I think, or was it me?
No, I brought it because it was tinfoil hatty, but the graphics really sum it up best because you're like, oh, they show like the actual chip right next to the tip of a pencil, so you wouldn't see it unless you were looking for it. But all right, so hold on a second. Let me go to window, paste and go. Okay.
Yeah, I figured this one you'd be able to take off on this one too.
Vivaldi 2.0 review. The modern web browser does not have to be so bland. Yeah, this is my new browser that I'm playing with. I got this from Tech Syndicate. They did a thing about it, and I'm all about the customization. And if you build the browser from the ground up, able to customize the shit out of it, well, you got my interest piqued.
Yeah, they're at Tech Syndicate. They look like doing everything different, you know. They're like being the rebels over there, huh?
Right. They're like, yeah, that's nice. Can we do it in dark? I want a dark theme. Vivaldi says half of all the 2.0 features come from user feedback and suggestions, which is true. They've got, stuff that they can do.
I guess stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, because it was like, oh, there's an update. I clicked on it. I was like, hey, here's what's new. And there was stuff like, now you can sync if you got an account, you can sync your stuff across multiple computers, and just like Google in a way. I mean, you can install Chrome extensions on Vivaldi. I have them now,
Yeah.
but it's all about the other baked in features and just to give it a nice look and all these functionality and things you can do if you've got multiple tabs open. You can group them together and all that shit. And like I said, they did a nice video on the basic differences between regular Chrome and that. And this is just what's changed in the update. And there's a lot of stuff in here. I didn't read. They're like, here are 12 new features. I'm like, I don't care. It was time for the show. It's time to do the show. Yay!
So what's your synopsis?
Boner, boner, boner.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty much.
So is this out or is it about to come out or what?
Oh no, there was an update. I updated today.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't.
So
I
it's
don't
hot off the press, man.
right. I think I have. Oh, that's right. If I just go to the start page and then go to the browser. Privacy. They had a listing of what was in the features. All features. There was a thing that pops up tells you what was new. I don't know if it does it here. All the features. One-click color change. Adaptive interface. Or was it the community? Maybe the community page, because I'm a member of the community, which is
That's
cool.
cool.
You can log in and talk about stuff, blogs.
So Vivaldi is like Chrome, but it's different. So it's kind of like a spork of Chrome.
It's its own thing, baby. You can customize it and do stuff with it.
Not just the fork of Chrome, it's a spork.
Why you say that, Ian?
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Because it's different and it's like you can use it for more things. Can you do like a lot more with it than you could with Chrome, or is it
You can do other things.
like customized a lot more?
Yeah, like there's the address bar, your bookmarks and all that. Like over here on the left, I've got my panels. So like say I've got a page I want to check out just on the fly. I can go to check out what's doing on Reddit, and it brings up. I think this is actually the Android mobile version.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know why I have it twice. That's weird. I need to get rid of that.
And you could do the dark sites on there too. Obviously, like the stylus and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just like added the style for each site and just left it at that. Except YouTube. YouTube, I used their default dark mode.
Theirs is good.
Because if you use I'm trying to stay away from installing the universal dark, because if you use a site that has a dark theme, when you use the universal on top of it, it makes it blown out white.
Well, I mean, I say it's pretty easy to exclude those sites, but you're like, nah.
No, if I just take the ones that I go to and I turn them dark, that's good enough. My sites I don't vary. I don't go to too many. By the
It's
way,
basically just Reddit and YouTube.
Yeah. And here's like the feature request category on the forum. So here's stuff you can add when you request and blah, blah, blah.
Add this. I think you should do this.
Right. Well, like the address bar, there's 192 posts. Bookmarks, there's 487 posts on here. Mobile is something they need to do. They don't have a mobile, though they didn't have a mobile version. Do they have a mobile?
Frank said get on that.
Yeah, because I'm using the Chrome beta on my phone.
Oh, there's not even a full version of Chrome on the phone yet?
No, there is, but the beta is like has more features
Uh,
because it's the beta build. Like I'm
and
the
it's
guy.
like a nightly kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm the guy who installs the nightly stuff, and then my computer crashes because I have a bleeding edge drivers on shit. It's not really ready for prime time, but I put it in there because fuck it, why not?
I do that with the Kodi. I have the newest of the Kodi installed on my
Right.
computer, at least.
So, what's this post here from Epson pushing firmware upgrades that disable third-party ink usage. Oh shit.
Yeah. I want
God,
money. I want your money.
you better use Epson only ink or else.
Or else.
So what's to keep people from buying Epson toners and just injecting ink into the cartridges?
The firmware, I guess. I really haven't read this. So
I mean, I've got a printer somewhere. I've had multiple printers, but like literally the cost of printers now is cheaper than the ink.
yeah.
So I would just
But
buy a fucking new printer.
says many consumers use third-party sources for their ink to save money and conveniences such as upgrades to its continuous ink supply. After a printer has been upgraded with the newest firmware, the customer loses the ability to use third-party ink cartridges and supplies. The EFF letter addresses the complaints from Epson customers that they were informed that the firmware upgrade would disable third-party ink solutions. Also, Epson printer owners say that they purchased the printer because it allowed for third-party ink supplies to be used in the first place.
They considered it a feature. They considered taking your money a feature.
Yeah, and when it comes out to like the base level firmware and stuff, that's stuff full. Like I didn't even know how you could like upgrade firmware on the printers. Like, yeah, if it's hard coded on that level, then it's like, yeah, though, it's gonna say no, you can't do that then.
Right. This is great. Now we're going to have a generation of modders modding the fucking firmware on their printers just so they can hack
Yeah,
their
open source printer firmware.
Well, like people were doing like firmware for like phones for a while so you could like unlock it and do features and stuff and run themes that you couldn't do on official firmware.
For my DSLR camera, because I have like an older one, I use an open source firmware for that lets you do like a lot of shit, like the $3,000 or $4,000 cameras can do.
Right, because it's the same shit. They just lock it down to make you pay more.
Yeah.
Sony, here's a Doug story.
Another Doug story.
Says it has fixed the PS4 viral message exploit. I'm in the dark on this, Ian. Please clue me in.
Well, apparently it was fixed. Sony now says that it has fixed a viral messaging exploit that was sending PS4 consoles into a never-ending crash loop. Yesterday, Sony told BG247 that a fix was coming in a system software update, but the PlayStation support account now says the issue has already been resolved.
It's already been fixed. Next.
Yeah. What they were telling people was to basically make your messages like private and stuff, like just like your friends or whatever. They get around it, I guess. But I guess they like basically resolved it. I mean, this was like just like I guess it just got resolved today or yesterday, or it's like because I just saw this article earlier this week, so it's like the article becomes void right after you save it,
Update. It's fixed. Next.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting to see like what you could do about it if you can't get like the fix or whatever for it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But and it's good to be aware of it, I guess. that it happened and Sony fucked up.
No, Sony didn't fuck up. They're the greatest.
Right. Now Sony's perfect.
Right.
Yeah, you went to the gaming news first.
Oh, did I skip one?
Yeah, you skipped the
Oh, my bad.
cards.
Everything's grayed out.
Oh, whoops. Ads.
Oh, okay. MSI GeForce RTX 2070 Gaming Z performance review.
Yep.
So specifications.
And they compared the 1070 and the 1080 to the 2070.
And see, like they said, that right now the main difference is the Founders is technically it's been more than the reference, but people were for a while considering it the reference, and then they thought, well, the Founders has got to be better, and now it technically supposed to be is, so it costs more, but
yeah, it's kind of confusing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, why do we have AIBs again? I mean,
well, see,
why did they start?
They're supposed to be able to overclock shit, but then they said no, and NVIDIA's like, no, you can only do it from the factory how we did it. We're going to compare the factory overclocked video card to other factory overclocked video cards. It only makes sense since these are types of video cards you're going to actually end up buying. We are putting the MSI GeForce RTX 2070 Gaming Z up against the MSI GeForce GTX 1080 Gaming X, which is $509 after $20 rebate currently. Also, we are comparing with the Asus ROG Strix Vega 64 Overclock Edition, which is $649 currently. And yeah, this page breaks it down, each page for like the conclusion and all these different parts. If you want to read each step and each,
yeah,
this is not Gamers Nexus. We won't be doing a 20-minute video where we read specs. I literally put that on before my wife goes to bed to help her doze off. I love Steve. I love all the guys there, but number crunching is not exciting material unless you live for this stuff, which it's cool.
I didn't know he was like that because I started watching him because you were into him, and I finally decided to check him out. And it's like I didn't know he was like all the number crunching because he has the long hair and stuff. I figured he'd be more like laid back, you know.
Right? No, they make sure every little bit. They were at one of I think it was the EVGA booth, and they disassembled something. I think.
Oh wow. Yeah, but there's tons of information for these. I mean, the main factor is the RTX part. I mean, like if they didn't hype all that stuff, if it was just another, like revision of the NVIDIA cards, it's like I would say just go for whatever's clock speed is faster for whatever you could get for the dollar. Like the 1080 Ti or the Vega, because I think the Vega you can get for cheaper for the better speed or whatever.
In the conclusion here, their bottom line, at $599, the MSI 2070 is less expensive than the Strix Vega 64. The MSI 2070 also performs 20 to 30% faster, and therefore is a no-brainer bang for the buck buy over a factory overclocked Radeon RX Vega card. So it depends on the pricing. If you can get any of this shit at a deal, I don't think anyone's going to be mad at you. But at this point, it's like, why buy? Unless you got to have the latest technology. But even then, you got the lower end. I don't know. Like we had said before, this is where AMD should go. Oh, we got low end out the ass. Come on, with like they're already supposed to be coming out with a 590. Did you see that?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
It's basically a rebrand. Well, I don't know if it's still a 12 nanometer or what, but it's a refresh of the Polaris. So basically, it's a 580 with the higher clocks and lower voltage, I think. I can't remember, but
Well, my understanding was that the 64 was basically a 1080, the 56 of the 1070, and then the whatever the 580s or whatever is a 1060.
hold on.
Yeah, I think that's what their competition was.
No, I'm saying they're considering a Radeon 590.
Right, but how was that like better? That's obviously better than the 580, but like, how does that fall into the compared to the like the Vegas stuff?
Hold on, dog.
You think?
Well, I mean, it's not going to be nowhere near as good as Vega, but Vega's not really that good. I mean, no one just runs a Vega card, I don't think. Why the hell is this not loading?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Is that what you got? Was a 380 or a 390?
I have a 380.
But they did a 390, right?
Yeah. Here we go. AMD Radeon RX 590 leaks, and then I don't know why they include a Vega card here for the image. Reveal an impressive mid-range graphics card. 1060 level performance. Where is it? New 3D Mark database shows RX 590 can deliver a time spy score of 5028. With that sort of score, this rumored player's 30 GPU fits between 1070 and 1060. Clock speed.
Yeah, that's what the 500 cards were competitive with the 1060s.
Both AMD's current graphics cards, families, Players 20 and Vega, utilize a 14 nanometer process, so this might be a stepping stone towards 7 nanometer. Vega GPUs that will be the next stop on AMD's GPU roadmap. So basically, this could be like, you know how Polaris came out before Vega?
Yeah.
Polaris 30 could be out before the next Vega upgrade.
So you're talking about Navi? What's Navi supposed to be?
Well, no. Hold on there, Scout. Basically, I think Navi has been teased to possibly be coming out when Sue comes out to CES next year. But they haven't announced whether that's actually OEM or if it's not. This is all rumor, speculation at this point. But basically everyone's assuming the 590 will come out, then Vega 7 nanometer, and then Navi is what we imagine.
Navi is that far off, huh?
Well, I mean, if this happens, it'll probably, like, the refreshes, because when did the 580s come out?
Right after I got the 480.
Right, and then Vega came out how long after that?
Oh, that was a little bit after it, I think.
Right, so
it still seemed pretty quick, though.
Yeah, so like maybe within, right before the holidays, they could launch a 590, and then say the first quarter of 2019, they could drop the Vega refresh, and then second half maybe do Navi. They had a roadmap, and our AMD on Reddit, that's people seriously do entire threads of speculation because they had the roadmap. They do the roadmap and they break it down. They go, no, I don't think they're going to do this. I think they're going to do this. And then they just go, fuck you. We'll do what we want.
Yeah.
It's a good and it's a bad time to buy a GPU right now. Because, yeah, you can get a new GPU, but you might be stuck with something that might not be, they're banking on it to be the next big thing and it might not. Or you could get something and have to pay a lot more because of tariffs because you waited. Or you can get bleeding edge that's not supported, or the next big thing might come out and you won't even know it, and your thing won't support anything. It's a weird time. It's better than the time it was where just to get a bare bones 8 GB graphic card, you spent $1,500 fucking dollars.
Yeah,
I have screenshots on my phone of when I went to Amazon and was looking at 580s, and they were $1,500.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, it does seem like nowadays it's the frequency of, like video cards that comes out is like way more than it used to be. It's like so many every months or something.
sorry, it's the competition. When AMD put out Ryzen and all the other stuff they were doing, it made NVIDIA try to do something because they were so complacent that the longest run they said was the 10 series. The 20 series, all speculation, might not last that long because they might do a refresh or something after the next AMD thing comes out and they have to do a knee-jerk reaction because the 9 series wasn't that long and the 8 series, or was it 7? I don't fucking remember. Whatever was before the 9 series wasn't that long. But then the 10 series lasted forever. And then Jensen came out and said, oh, yeah, we're not going to put anything out for a long time. And then they said, here's our RTX. So,
Yeah. Well, that NVIDIA is going to be kind of stuck, though. Like, they're going to be kind of bottleneck for a while unless they go down to the lower nanometer processor like AMD, right?
that's, yeah, AMD's, people knock them all they want, but they already got Intel backpedaling fucking stuff up and going back to 12 nanometer and 14.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the king of the roost. I mean, yes, okay, they had the server market, kinda, but I mean, they're forcing their hand a little bit, and I'm liking that. That's good for us.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you're right with the RTX stuff though. Is the next release they could just be like, oh, we're nixing the RTX stuff now,
It's like, or it could be ray tracing, but just something different.
Well, isn't it still like to this very day, like there is no games at all that really support ray tracing?
No, and it's all like
And all just demos
and patches coming up. And then also, well, they could do like they say this is the first time they released the TI at the same time as the 2080. Well, very well, they could say, okay, but here's this next thing we got that's better than the TI. Boom. Well, we just bought all these TIs. Yes, you did. Buy this new one.
Yeah.
So,
well, another thing we didn't talk about though with the prices, there is the eBay used mining space still now. I think some people are considering that too because they said they still basically function the same the very first day,
Right. I mean, that's, they got to price them real low to move them because once it sits a couple of generations behind, you can buy a 580, sure, but are you gonna, like, if AMD puts out another GPU tomorrow, do you think anyone will buy the 580s other than the people who need a discount GPU?
Well, that's what happened to me. I mean, you really can't find any 480s anymore. I mean, granted, the 580s are only marginally a little bit better than the 480, but I mean, you just can't even find it anymore.
Right. You'll either won't be able to find them on eBay or no one will be buying them. I mean, if I wanted, like, a lot of people sell their GPU so they can get another, newer one if they upgrade every year. If you're like me and you hang on until it's, damn near about ready to kick the bucket, I couldn't sell it on eBay and make a fucking profit. Are you kidding me?
All right.
It was a $200 card new.
Yeah.
So, NVLink on it. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 and 2080 Ti's and Windows 10. What's this about?
Well, I mean, I saw the headline. I don't know about all the details, but it looks like that. Oh boy, I forget.
It's basically how the NVLink works different compared to SLI, correct?
Well, it said that they're basically saying that the NVLink might not be supported with these cards.
Oh.
When NVIDIA announced that the GeForce RTX product line in August of 2018, one of the things that they pointed out was that the old SOI connector used for linking multiple video cards has been dropped. Instead, RTX 2080 and the 2080 Ti cards would use the NVLink connector found on the high-end Quadro GP100 and the GV100 cards. This caused much excitement since one of the features of NVLink and Quadros is the ability to combine the video memory on both cards and share it between them. This is extremely helpful in applications that can be memory limited, like GPU-based rendering, and have it available on GeForce cards seemed like a great boon. Afterward, though, NVIDIA only spoke of it using terms like SOI over NVLink, leading many to surmise that the GeForce RTX cards would not support the full NVLink feature set and thus might not be able to pull memory at all. To clear this up, we decided to investigate. Blah, 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 and more blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And it says, do GeForce RTX cards support memory pooling in Windows? Not directly. While NVLink can be enabled in peer-to-peer communication is functional, accessing memory across video cards depends on software support. If the application is written to be aware of NVLink and take advantage of that feature, then two GeForce RTX cards or any others that support NVLink could work together on a larger data set than they could individually. So again, a lot of stuff it could be need support for it, and programmed to be that way for video games and all that other shit.
A lot of it depends, it looks like.
Yeah. Depends, and not depends like with the Z, like the adult diapers.
Oh, that has a Z at the end?
No, I don't know. It sounds like it does though. Depends. But what do you think though about that? I mean, do you think that we're going towards what single card, or do you think there's still potential for the NVLink shit, or what?
Well, the whole concept of multi-cards is still kind of dying out. Like,
Yeah,
boards aren't really supporting it anymore, and really, like you said, the power of the cards alone is keeping you from doing it. So, like, if you want more than 2 cards, you're going to need a ball or power supply.
yeah. People used to do the 4 cards,
Yeah, just to do it. I mean, if
they even said it throttled performance a little bit having more cards, but they just wanted to have more cards, in there.
Right, it's like having a fancy card to prove that you had something, whether or not it actually works. I mean, the latest build was it the compensator?
Oh yeah. Well, even those video cards are dying. You remember like the old I forget which ones they have, like the older Red Devil cards that were like dual GPUs in them. Those are even dying out too.
Like the duals?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the Asus dual because it's got dual fans.
Right, but like it was technically a dual GPU that was built in one board.
Yeah, and if you had 2 of those GPUs, it was a quad fire, not crossfire.
Right.
It's just like I mean, like you said, it depends on what you're trying to actually do. I mean, I'm gonna need multiple GPUs, but I'm not gonna run anything in SLI because right now 4 screens is capacity for 1 card.
So you're just gonna use it for the multi-monitor support, and maybe, like I was saying, like the physics you could do with the secondary card too.
Yeah, like I'm gonna basically have I think I might do like a 2080 or a 2080 Ti, and then just get like maybe even either like a 2060 or whatever the hell comes out next. It's the cheaper lineup of the same style card, or even a fucking 10 series, just as long as it matches. So, because if I'm gonna have a window in the case, you don't want to go, what the fuck's that?
Well, why not do like a Vega card so you have NVIDIA and AMD, and then you can mess around with that.
I'm not fucking
G-Sync, FreeSync shit.
A, I don't care that much, and B, I'm not gonna fuck with new drivers and shit not work. Because remember, I'm gonna be the only reason I want more monitors is so I can use a drawing monitor. and that's going to have its own
Yeah.
fucking drivers. I don't want to add extra shit and have to worry about delete all these, then install these. Oh, now it's fucked up. No, I'm not doing that.
Well, that was another confusing thing for me because like I was trying to download like the newest drivers for like when I do get the 2080, and I was just trying to package them on my USB drive, and it's like, would you have to install? Are like the driver packages basically all the same, even though you have to select a different like video card or whatever? Because you do have to select either it's going to be a 2080 or a 2070 or 20 whatever, you know. I mean, are all the packages the same, and they have them all for like the same installer for all of them, or like I don't know. I wish they would make it where it's like a universal thing where it's just like it's just NVIDIA drivers in general, you know, for any
Right.
card.
Oh, by the way,
I mean, like I'm saying like you might have to install separate drivers like secondary drivers for your 2060 and 2080 or whatever.
I don't know. I just realized when I was talking about all the dope stuff that Vivaldi has, you know how you normally control whatever to make the pictures all bigger?
Yeah.
There's a slider in the bottom corner of my browser here.
Hmm.
And then if I made everything too big, there's a reset button.
Sweet. Hey, how do you find something in the page?
Well,
How do you search, Frank? You remember?
Is it Control F?
Hey, you got it.
I'm sure there's a faster way. Sure. Plus, I can do a screen capture.
Sweet.
Like there's a button to copy the screen.
The button's easier than the keyboard, huh?
I mean, you know, I don't have to hit buttons. I just click on. Right.
Right.
Right. So
anyways, was that it for me, Frank?
Well, you
was
tell
that my
me.
last article?
You emailed the shit to me, dog.
Just seeing if you paid attention. Yep, it is.
Hold on, let me close a tab I have open. Hold on. Hold on a second.
I'll give you your music.
Such as it is.
Gotta type this shit up first.
This just in. So fresh, I'm still typing it up.
Yep. Hot off the press. All right.
Oh, I need a new ribbon. Gotta wait for the
more
mail.
ribbons. You're still typing, huh?
Yep. Feverishly.
Okay,
cut that shit off.
How many ribbons was there? No, you get your ribbon. You asked for it. There you go.
AMD Ryzen 7 price drop steals thunder from Intel's Core i9 launch. Aww.
Oh no.
AMD's 8-core CPU looks pretty stunning value at this point. AMD appears to be trying to poach customers from Intel following the revelation of the latter's new 9th gen processors and the pricing, with the asking price for Ryzen 7 being chopped to suggest $294.99 at Amazon in the US. Now remember, Intel's incoming Core i9, which goes on sale October 19th, and is also an 8-core processor with very similar specs on paper, albeit with a somewhat faster boost speed and clock configuration, as a recommended price of $488.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have a 2700X, but I feel like it's still kind of a side grade if you're going from an 1800X, unless they do a 2800X. You know, I'm still not sure what was up with that one article I did. I forget what they were saying about it. If it was they were supposed to come out with one, but I don't know. But like, is the Threadripper dropping still?
Threadripper. I mean, yes, but because the new ones launched, like the new ones, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm gonna wait. I gotta fucking wait. I mean, I can't wait too long. The 1920Xs fucking just disappear because they were so low you can't even find them, and when you find them, they cost too much.
What they were like bought too many people bought them up, you're saying?
Yeah, like they don't. Well, Newegg, I think Newegg still has them. Let me look. Because
That don't forget too, they had just regular 1900Xs too.
like Micro Center only has the 1950 and up. They don't even carry the 1900X anymore. So yeah, you could get if you go to Newegg, you can get the 1900 for 300. You can get the 1950. See, I don't even see the 20 core or the 12 core. Oh, here it is for 400 and something, which was originally 800, so that's not bad.
No.
But this, it's actually kind of funny. Like if you look at a PC part picker, I was looking and they go by whatever is cheapest. That's the one they throw into the part list for the time being. And today I was looking at one of my builds and I threw in the higher, the 2990, just to see if my power supply I picked will handle all the wattage. Because what's the point of building a computer just like this one with a 650 power supply and then not being able to even run Crossfire?
Yeah.
So if I up to the 2990, I said, okay, that's cool. And then I dropped down to the 1900 to see what I could get away with if I, had to go cheapo, because eventually I'll upgrade to 2990. I just don't want to pay. That's the cost of an entire build right now, $1,700.
Yeah, that's people could almost get 2 computers for that.
I mean, depending on your platform, yeah, you could. So I was like, nah. Hold on a second.
Nah.
Open this up while I'm talking to you. So I put in the 19. Go ahead.
Really, again, you're mostly doing video games, so it's like all these multi-core processors you're going to benefit mostly from the productivity stuff.
Right. I mean,
video card is going to do all the heavy lifting with your games.
Right. I plan on streaming and 4K video scrumming and all that shit. I would like to be able to do all that. And plus I don't need a shit ton of GPUs. I want a big ass CPU. It'll just be hot as all fuck. But I put the 1900X in there, and then it was like the lowest price. It was like $299. I was like, okay, who has it for that? Walmart. Today, Walmart had the 1900X for $299.
Wow. Well, what is the 1950 basically going for?
The 1950 on Newegg is going for $679, and Micro Center has it for I think $645. Let me.
The only thing with Micro Center is you gotta pay that. You gotta get that rape tax. Uncle Sam raping you.
Right. Yeah, if you get a 1950X, it's $649. But the thing is, you could get the new 16 core, the 2950, for $899, which has a couple different features compared to this. Lower latency and some other things.
But they have what is it like? There's a 2900 or 2950X, and then like a 299.
It's basically
or something.
You remember the old 1900, 1950, and then or 1900, 1920, and 1950? Just replace the one with the 2.
Yeah.
And then I don't bother with the WX because WX means workstation, which is the 32 core, which is on sale here for $1,700.
But it's 32 cores, right?
More cores. Currently, I mean, the shit must be selling because they only have 3 motherboards in stock to choose from. Like they had pages of shit, and currently they only have it now. They have items. I had to click on items found, so they carry a couple other motherboards, but they're sold the fuck out. So I'm either waiting for a return or possibly something new coming in. They were doing for a minute you could do a bundle with the 1900X, but you couldn't just buy a 1900X in store. So I didn't know what the hell that was about. So I'm worried about the 1900X not being available in store in the future.
And you say you can't find the 1920 either.
I mean, like
That's
here,
like the middle.
yeah, here
isn't
you can find it on Newegg. I wanted it in in store in hand, but like I said, they ran a sale and they're all gone on Micro Center's website, which is in store only bullshit. 1920, 1950 you can still find, and then you can find the 2950 and the 2990. But I don't know. I'm just gonna try and I'm trying to hold out and get a good deal, but I don't want to be
Yeah, you getting anything this Christmas, man? Or
blue
is it going
balls.
straight to your piggy
Blue
bank?
balls. That's what I'm getting.
Not cherry balls, but blue balls.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm trying to decide what I want. If I was thinking of going small form factor, but then I'm like, well, but then I don't have I'm going to need another video card if I want to get another monitor. That's just a necessity. And small form factor, even though if I have three PCIe slots, that's cool, but they're triple, slot cards. So I might be able to run two right on each other at best. And if I want to do a remote control to turn the thing on, that's another PCIe slot. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have the slots to do it, but the actual, physical size, if they're 2.7 slots, then even a small, tiny, flat card won't fit in between them.
Hey, you gotta think about airflow too, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
what airflow? It's a bunch of bricks next to each other.
Well,
that's why, like those guys who put fans underneath their card, I'm like, what are you doing?
unless you decide to go all water cooled and do some custom plates and stuff on there.
Just gonna have a room just with vegetable oil in it.
Well, what was the reason that you wanted to do small form factor? Are you trying to save some floor space or desk space or something?
No, I saw Bitwit do a build and I said, ooh, boner, boner, boner. Here are my lists right now on PC Part Picker, okay? Can you see on the left there?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
are those organized just by when you made them, or is there some like top?
Well, like the first ones, the first ones are the actual computers I have. Like when I build my rig, and then when I updated it with a new motherboard, and then possibility of when I put hard drives in it and turn it into an NAS, and then I put when I turn my next computer into a NAS. Well, what I need, because I don't know. So
I just can't picture them having a 32 core NAS.
Well, no, I mean it'll be my when I build a Threadripper computer, it'll either be 1900X or 16 core. So a 16 core.
I would say if you're gonna go to a whole new platform, man, you might as well get something good, man.
Right.
I mean, didn't you say if you get a 1950X, the second gen will still be a big upgrade, right?
I mean, yeah. Like, here's the 2950X build. If I threw in the 2080 Ti at the current price, then I'd be looking at about $3,500.
You'll be looking at eating ramen noodles for rest of the year, probably.
Right. I call that build a dope as fuck Aura build. And then I build a mostly dope as fuck build. and it's the same thing except it's got just a regular 2080, and it's got the 1900X, and instead of eight gig sticks, it's got 8 4 gig sticks, and that's only 2347.
Now, will that shit recognize if you better recognize?
That's right.
Um, will it? Because I know sometimes it'll tell you if some things are incompatible or whatever. It'll warn you. Will it tell you about like the card spacing and stuff like that?
I mean, it should. Like when I first put together a list with this is a larger case I was looking at here. When I first selected a card, it gave me a warning that said this card is 300 and something millimeters, and we recognize that cards longer than 300 and whatever millimeters, some of your drive bays may not be accessible. So that's a consideration, but it depends on which case. Because see, if I get I got the Fractal R5 right now that I'm rocking. If I get the R6, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Fractal Josh will be proud, right?
Right. Well, first of all, Fractal makes damn good cases. Not just good, damn good.
Damn good.
And like,
Fuck yeah.
very cool. Like, I was looking at the like there are so many hard drives you can put in one of these damn things. Like this whole panel here, all those are is hard drives. And then the radiator, if you put one there, which he did, because you can see got a couple of Titans in here. This panel moves back. The thing is, I was also looking at the Fractal S2, because the Define S was an okay build, and then the S2 is similar to the it's similar to the R6. Gamers Nexus, when the S2 came out and everyone was doing the review, their review was, I mean, it's a good case. We just don't know why it exists, because it's the same as the R6.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about the Fractal cases was they had so many variations.
Right, it's the same thing but different. I like that they were like, I mean, it's good, but we don't know why.
Well, I remember seeing that advertisement in Jay's video where he's like, I wanted this, and then he like magically pushed the towers together, and it was like something different,
Right, Bitwit's got a commercial like that with Fractal Josh where he's like, I left this tower in a room alone at night, and now there's a third one. Oh man, they do that sometimes. This is like the thing about the S2 is it's supposed to be made for water cooling, because look how thick that radiator is.
That is thick.
And then there's a reservoir next to it, and all this tubing and shit.
Tubing.
Right. I mean, it's got all kinds of room for activities. The thing is, like my main reason I would like if I would get a full size board, I would like it to support Aura, because I want everything to be all
on
one
the same software.
Yes, because like I don't know that I've tried Googling it and I can't find out. If you have an Asus, like a Strix graphics card, but you don't have an Asus motherboard, will Aura still control the fucking graphics card, or do I have to have a Asus motherboard?
Yeah, that should still work.
Okay. Well, then but then will that cause conflicts? Because if I want to get Corsair RAM because I like IQ, but then if I have to control the graphics card with Aura, I don't know.
Now you should be able to do all that shit. I mean, that shit was designed to be separate,
Well, see, that's the thing.
Controlled.
When Bitwit, he built a mini computer with an ASRock board with an Asus card with the Trident Z RAM, and he was trying to use the Trident Z software for the RAM and then Aura for the graphics card, and it wouldn't work. And people are like, well, you can use Aura with G-Skill RAM. So I don't know. I'm trying to make sure everything matches and works. I don't want conflict. Just like I said with drivers, I don't want to fuck with stuff.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, at least you know that you are probably going to go with the window case, and you are thinking about doing like a tempered glass type of thing, huh?
I mean, because it looks better, and if I can get it, see the Meshify, case. I would like the Meshify Mini, but the side is tinted. Fuck a bunch of tint.
Yeah. You might as well do just something big and blown out. I mean, you want something that could contain that. I mean, you're having a giant processor and a giant video cards. You might as well make everything giant, you know?
Right. I mean, like I said, this case here, with the 1,000-watt power supply. Oh, why is it $130? Did they go off of sale? They were on sale for $100 earlier. Yeah, it doesn't look like this. Looks like the sale went over. Before it was like 109, and then it was on sale for 99.
Frank needs to have some inventory on his inventories.
What? Super.
You could have something to manage all of your shit there, man. All of your builds.
I mean, once I get everything to where I know what I'll want, then I can delete stuff. It's just also like if I have stuff that I know will go on sale, I'll just keep it in a build, and then when it goes on sale, I'll buy it. Because a lot of this shit is really only minute differences.
Have you got any likes or comments or anything on that shit?
No, because these are just build lists. Even the ones I finished, I didn't put them into completed builds because nothing's complete, Ian.
Yeah, but then it's like nothing will ever be complete. Then it'll always be a work in progress, like art.
Yes, it is. So anyway, so this guy, I saw this. You and I are both fans of mechanical keyboards, correct?
Yes, I have multiple mechanical keyboards.
All right. So this guy was on our mechanical keyboards. It's a subreddit. I don't know if you subscribe to it.
No.
Well,
looks interesting though, and I need to subscribe to that RGB profile one too.
You might also subscribe to mechanical head pins. That's guys who have mechanical keyboards, headphones, and pens. They like fountain pens and shit, I guess.
Huh.
They're like, yeah, these hobbies all and interests all seem to intertwine. But this guy made a mechanical keyboard business card.
What?
So he's got this card. Let me go to the. Okay, so blow this up here if I can. Okay, does this make it better?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see there's 3 keys, a spot for a battery, and then a little screen and a motherboard, I guess. Or not really motherboard, but see, he puts a battery in. It says, "Sup, RMK, press all 3." And then you press all 3 and you flip it over, and I can't show the video. I'm doing stills from the video, but that's Tetris.
Nice.
So he's playing Tetris on his little business card he made. On this fucking... I mean, it's just...
That's nuts.
And this, I don't think he's selling them. I didn't even read the comments. Oh, someone said, make open source.
They usually give business cards away. I mean,
he says the code will be. I just had to make it not look terrible. Haha.
he needs to get a 3D printed case for that.
I mean, this is what like Raspberry Pis and all that shit's for. Just like, like I don't know what kind of board that is. I have to see. It's got tape over part of it.
It's an off-brand. It's a JIT Pi board.
But see, I didn't even plan this. But see, this is going from keyboards, right?
Yeah.
To keyboard manufacturer Corsair. See what I did there? They lowering the cost of super speedy NVMe storage with new MP510 They got a SSD coming out. M.2 drives available in capacities ranging from 240 to almost 2 terabyte, with possibly prices that will tempt you.
Yeah, but
Offer
those sizes
sequential.
aren't new. Is the price hopefully going to be new?
Right. Offers sequential reads of 3,448 megabits a second and write speeds of 3,000 megabits a second. It's NVMe PCIe Gen 3. For context, Samsung's popular competitor, the 970 Evo, can handle 3,400. Oh, wow. So this is technically faster. Because the Samsung can handle 3,400, whereas this one can handle 3,448. And they read at 2,500 versus the Corsair one reads at 3,000. So technically, theoretically, it's better.
Better.
But the price wise, starting at $69.99 for the 240 gig model, up to $474.99 for a 1,920 gigabyte model. That compares to $999 for the 250 Samsung, or $577 for the 1920 Samsung. So hey, anything to make stuff have to compete and get cheaper is good for us.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I just hopefully it'll be, like all that technology will come down in price where it's like they're just as cheap as or as common as like USB thumb drives,
You give them away at parties.
Yeah.
Free gift.
Right, because once we do that, then eventually we're gonna get to the point where it's all just gonna be that, and there's, your storage drive is just gonna be a larger version,
Right. Microsoft making more of the Windows 10 built-in apps removable. Now, the only reason
I did see that.
Only reason I include this is because the headline I originally saw, which I've got to add, it's the same basic story, but the headline was more of a grabber.
Grab her by the what?
Anyway, I'm not going to go there, Trump. Microsoft offers to kill more of its own bloatware with new Windows 10 build. See, basically they're saying, yeah, it's their bloatware. The app's users will be able to uninstall and include 3D Viewer, previously called Mixed Reality Viewer, Calculator, Calendar, Groove Music, which nobody fucking uses, Mail, Movies and TV, Paint 3D, Snip and Sketch, Sticky Notes, and Voice Recorder. A lot of people don't like Paint 3D.
Well, Microsoft realizes there's way better free shit out there,
Like, I understand you want people to use your stuff, but what do we want from them? Because they already put a little scary screen and go, well, why do you need Chrome? You already have Edge. If they can't understand that, what do we expect from them? Of course, they're going to bundle crap in there. At least they're letting you get rid of some of it.
Well, I just think they should just shift their focus elsewhere. They know that their shit they're making isn't any good as far as that goes.
Yeah, but the average person.
Why not make if you want to do that type of stuff? Why not make focus on professional type of things where it's like a full package that you can pay for, and it's people would. Like better,
No, they're gonna make a little shit box for Nana to buy to check her emails and play her solitaire, and somehow she still gets all these pop-ups for this game she didn't even know was on there, and she's not gonna know how to fix it. And then they keep putting the shit on there and hopefully Nana gets scared and buys more shit from them and takes it in and gets it serviced. That's all it is. It's a fucking game to them. They're banking that the average person isn't gonna know how to shut it off and get it out of there.
Well, I will say older people are getting better, though.
They're getting better, but not by much. Not at the rate they need to. And then the younger generation is getting older. Like, I'm a grown man. I don't know how. I can't Snapchat. I don't know how. I tried it and I said, "What?"
Yeah. Well, I don't have no need to broadcast my life all the time, you know.
Says
I
the
mean,
guy who's
you
says the guy who's broadcasting his life for 4 hours a night.
well, no, I
Check
mean,
this
but
out.
like you do way more than I do on like the Facebook and stuff. I hardly post stuff on there.
I get up and go, "Happy birthday, so and so," and then that's it. And then
Yeah.
I scroll through my feed and go, "Oh yeah, this is why I don't get on Facebook." Here you go. Here you go. Winamp 6, due out in 2019, aims to whip more llama ass.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That's by the way playing on Winamp.
You can listen to MP3s you may have at home, but also to the cloud, to podcasts.
Sweet.
It hasn't been updated since what?
Boner.
It hasn't done anything since 2014, it says.
Yeah, it was on hiatus or whatever.
Well, it got the Belgian company that bought Winamp from AOL in 2014 hasn't really done much with it since buying the remnants of probably just months after AOL finally pulled the plug. But eventually they're going to come up with something new. People still use it. I have it just for nostalgia's sake because my first computer that I had for myself, I had that on it because I said, "Man, look at that. That's cool." I had that exact skin, and I didn't hardly do shit with it, but it's nostalgic for me. It was before Real Player when we're like, "Hey, I can watch South Park in 110p."
Well, I mean, I like Winamp, but I mean, I still like VLC way better for playing videos and stuff, you know.
I mean, well, I've got Media Player Classic for video. I got VLC if I need it. I don't want to use it. And then I've got
Oh, why don't you like VLC, man?
it's got too many features and it's
Too many features. What I don't understand English there.
well, okay. My version I have on my Mac. When I try to open any file, I accidentally made it the default thing to play it, and every video makes it go, "I'm sorry, this is not responding. Something was wrong." And a Mac is supposed to just work. So
You got a Mac?
yeah. So yeah, and I prefer more like what is it with less obstructive and less obtrusive, more like stripped down, like plain Android for my phone. I don't need a fancy bunch of shit. I might like a dark skin is about as far as I get to anything. Foobar is great because you can make it look how you want.
Well, actually, I just lied to you, Frank. I'm sorry. I just lied to you. Yeah, I mean, I like VLC, but it's become more of a backup. I'm on the Kodi and stuff because it manages, you know, like it shows me all the art and descriptions of all my shows and movies and stuff. So
right.
Right now, I'm mainly using my computer as like I had a Kodi box, but I ended up giving it to that girl I was talking about.
Oh, that's right. Are you
So
still
she could
sitting
have-
here or no?
Yeah, I mean, I was I got her this 2 terabyte hard drive, and we put a bunch of things on there, so she could have stuff to enjoy. But she was just using it on her laptop, but she has a decent TV, but she had no way of like porting the picture from the laptop to the TV. So I
feel you,
I just
dog.
got her the Android box. I'd like to get. I might try to get it for Christmas. It'd be nice to get like an Xbox or something. Because you can do the Kodi on there now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Now, here you go. Here you go. We're on gaming. Here you go. Gaze in awe at this absolute unit of a monitor. A 49-inch ultra-wide has an absurd 5120 by 1440 resolution.
Just take my money. No. I'm doing a long one.
Yeah, this isn't a gaming monitor like Samsung's CHG90, which offers FreeSync 2 HDR support and has a fast 144 hertz refresh rate. Dell's monitor lacks FreeSync or G-Sync technology. It doesn't serve up HDR visuals, and the refresh rate checks in at 60 hertz. The selling point from Dell's perspective is the Ultra Sharp 49. It's the world's first 49-inch curved dual quad HD monitor, which translates to 5120 by 1440 resolution, 32 by 9 aspect ratio. It's packing
Is
more
this like a
pixels.
super ultra wide, or is it a regular ultra wide?
It's super because it's the. I mean, look how long the fuck thing is.
Oh yeah, the ultra wide is 21 by 9. Only.
Yeah, this is the 34, so this is or 32 by 9. So this is, but it's the 1440p.
So it's high refresh rate and it's
no,
the
it's only 60.
oh, that's right. I was thinking 144 like the hertz, but no. So it's 4K wide, ultra super ultra wide. The first one.
It's 5120 by 1440. 4K is 3860 by 20 or 3840 by 21. What is it?
Well, it's basically like close to 2 by 4. You know, hence the 4K.
Hold on. 2160 by
Because you forget there's ultra high definition and then there's 4K. There's actually a difference between the two.
Hold on, dog. It's 2160 by what the fuck is it? 3840 is 4K. This is QHD, which is quad HD, right?
Yeah, so it's basically the in between.
I mean,
1440
1440
and 4K.
Yeah, 1440 is supposed to be between 4K and 1080 anyway, which a lot of people shoot for that. I'd rather just fucking do 4K. Because it's natively your 1080p stuff will look better in 4K. Like Jerry said, when you go up to 1440, stuff doesn't exactly match up, so there can be some glitches.
Yeah. The problem is then you have to worry about your graphics card speed, and then the higher refresh rates are even less supported with the 4K.
I mean, the ultra sharp monitors have always done well. This one's the Ultra Sharp 49 will be available October 26th, and in the US starting at $1,699.99. So
I mean, the thing is so like super wide that you're probably getting more pixels than a standard 16 by 9 4K, right?
Let me see if there's any other.
How many pixels are on there? Because all you have to do is multiply the height by width. So it's like, well, how many pixels would you have with the regular 1440 and then the super ultra wide 1440 or 4K or whatever? I don't know.
I don't know, dog. Math. You'd have math on your screen. What are you doing math for, you fag?
Right. Well, what was the super ultra wide? Is that like kind of almost like 3 monitors or?
I don't know. I don't know, Margot. It's big, it's cool. I want it, but I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, actually, I was wrong. It was like 2 monitors because if you do 2 standard 16 by 9s, 2 times 16 is 32. So yeah, that would be the 32 by 9.
Here's my most gamery story.
Gamery.
Yes, and you'll understand the terminology here in just a second.
Is this a Floyd story?
Well, no. Yes. Limited edition Xbox One makes Taco Bell bong noise at startup. You can only win it by purchasing a double chalupa box.
That sounds good. Now I didn't even eat dinner yet.
Oh, see, I went there and they had a sign for this on the drive-thru. You'd get the double chalupa box. You enter to win a fucking Xbox that goes bong.
Bong. What color is it? Just the white?
I in this picture, yes. Doesn't fucking say anywhere. So
are there any like pink accents like on the bell?
I said I don't fucking know.
This is your article, motherfucker.
I'm only reading what's in front of me. It's not on there.
I only read the title.
You're reading too much into this shit. It's 3 lines. Anyway, I almost put this in What the Fuck News. Bowsette sets Breath of the Wild alight in this work in progress emulated mod. Now, have you heard about this whole Bowsette thing?
I've heard of Bowsette from somewhere, but I don't really know anything about it.
Basically, fan art people all over the interwebs are mashing up, I think it's Princess Peach and Bowser, and reimagining Bowser as a Princess Peach character. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the bastard daughter of Bowser and Princess Peach, or a gender
Yeah, it's like
bender, like a gender
like he
bender.
raped her or something.
I mean, he was always taking her, away from Mario.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's that or like a gender bender thing where she's a badass dragon chick, but she's an internet phenomenon right now. They said Pornhub went from 0 searches for Bowsette to like thousands overnight because someone made it. Just someone on the internet made a drawing, and now everyone's doing a picture or something with Bowsette. And Breath of the Wild, it's been emulated on PC for a while because you can do 4K very well on a computer, believe it or not.
Yeah, you can get according to Nate, at least you can get the version that was for the final. That was like one of the last games they made for the Wii U. They had a Breath of the Wild version, and because there's no Switch emulators yet, I don't think.
I don't know, but this emulator mod has, I don't know if she's a playable character or she's just an NPC, but they put her in the fucking game. So now there's going to be a bunch of nerds getting it, and that's interesting and weird.
So like they put that officially in the game, or they?
No, it's
somehow.
Yeah, it says it's a mod scene for the interwebs for the CMU emulator, which is the emulator. Yeah. So that's a thing, and I was thinking about putting in the what the fuck stories, but I'm like, no, it's technically gaming because Mario and Peach and yeah.
Hey, I mean, I would like to. I want to not investigate that because I don't do illegal stuff. But I would like to play. Period. The Breath of the Wild and the Mario stuff.
What's to keep you from renting the game and playing it on emulated hardware?
You can't do that. Nintendo doesn't like that.
Well, they don't like it, but what's to keep you from doing it?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, Doug. So I've got a few Fallout stories here because consider the source. Bethesda and Xbox dropped the hammer on player who breaks the Fallout 76 non-disclosure agreement. Now, did you hear anything about this before I go on?
Oh, no, this sounds juicy, man.
Well, basically, when Xbox, you know how Xbox has the deal with Fallout before PC and PlayStation. I don't know what kind of deal they got, but they said, oh yeah, the beta is going to be available on Xbox first, which launches like the 23rd or whatever, coming up soon for Xbox, and then PC and PlayStation the week after. Well, it's either the 23rd or the 26th. But anyway, before that, they had a stress test because they're like, well, we want to make sure our servers can handle it. So they did a stress test, and they let a bunch of players on because that's what you got to do a stress test. You let people on and see if shit breaks. Well, in doing so, there's what looks like a terms of service agreement pops up for a second, and you're agreeing to an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, saying don't share anything, don't stream anything, don't
look at anybody.
So a Reddit user reported that a friend of his broke the NDA by posting a 90-second video of his gameplay on Twitter. Bethesda and Xbox were able to identify the offending player because during the video he clicked on the username of the Reddit poster to invite him to the stress test, and doing so displayed the offender's name. Or his username, sorry. Punishment was swift and sure. The Reddit poster reported that the offender's Twitter and Xbox accounts were taken down, Andy received an email from Bethesda informing him he was banned from the stress test and beta until October 25th.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a couple days before the launch on PC. Anyway, or the beta on PC. The offender's friend provided further details in a follow-up post on Reddit. Following an email to Bethesda, the offender's Twitter account was reinstated, but the ban on the stress test and beta remains in place. The offender's Xbox Gold, Game Pass, and Xbox Insider accounts have been suspended until January 1st.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, okay. The Xbox Gold and X Pass and Xbox Insider, isn't that the stuff you need to play online?
Yeah.
Well, his shit's suspended until January 1st. The game comes out in November 14th. So the
Wow.
game he paid for, he's not going to be able to play. Yeah, Fallout 76 requires an Xbox Gold subscription to play. Suspension of the offender's Gold account means he can't play the game he linked until it's a month and a half old. If Fallout 76 is an immense fail, he could be the only one wandering the radiated waste of West Virginia come January.
Well, isn't the only other thing you could do is just like get like a different profile and stuff or whatever? And then you would have to pay for another gold thing.
Yeah, he'd have to buy a whole new gold, whatever. I don't know if that's hardware locked or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I know you can make multiple profiles for your family.
You can make different gamer tags, but that costs money.
Yeah,
and I don't know if your gold pass and all that. I don't know if because like way back in the day, children, if you were on a computer and if you were on a computer and on AOL, and then you would go into a chat room and spam somebody or send them an email bomb, they would kick you off of AOL, and you could call back and say, "Hey, I want AOL back." But other companies, if you send a bomb,
want my AOL back, baby back.
You call and say, "Hey, I want create a new account." They wouldn't give you one. So I don't know if it's hard coded like that to where it knows his machine and where he would have to buy a whole new machine.
Yeah, this is a question for Floyd. Damn it, Floyd, what's going on with you?
I asked him if he was coming on. He's probably playing Black Ops.
Probably. But, I don't know. I just play Black Ops, dude.
Right. I mean, he probably knows, but I just forgot to ask him. I haven't talked to him this week.
You should ask him about that shit.
He's been in a different building this week, so.
But
he's
then, ignoring you.
Right?
Did you hurt his feelings, Frank?
He doesn't have feelings. Then this story came out. I thought this was interesting. Fallout 76 Platinum Edition costs $115. Doesn't include Fallout 76. It contains everything you could ever want, except it contains everything you could ever want, except like the game.
What?
As the Fallout 76 beta approaches, those who want to participate, maybe mulling over which edition of Fallout 76 to buy. There are several to choose from: the Fallout 76 Standard Edition, the 76 Tricentennial Edition, or the Power Arm Edition, which isn't available. So this isn't something you can fucking buy. And then there's the Fallout 76 Platinum Edition. Think about the Platinum Edition you might want to make note of. The $115 price tag doesn't include the actual game. It does have lots of Fallout 76 stuff, though. There's a collector's case, numbered concept art print, 364-page mini journals for all the notes to take. That's a lot of blank paper. Some postcards, double-sided map poster, perfect for hanging on a transparent wall so you can see both sides. And the collector's edition Prima guide, both physical and digital. I bring this up because while on Bethesda's site, it's pretty clear for careful readers that the Platinum Edition doesn't include the actual game. It says it twice even. This Amazon listing, where it's discounted a few bucks, doesn't make it so clear. You have to click read more, and even then it's way down at the bottom in italics. The Platinum Edition also doesn't ship until December. So, if you're shopping for Fallout 76 editions, and especially if you're asking for the game as a gift from someone else, be mindful that this ultimate sounding edition, which comes with lots and lots of Fallout 76 stuff, doesn't in fact come with Fallout 76.
So it's just a merch bundle then?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's not really the strategy guide, because they've always had the Vault Troller strategy guide and like this, all this concept art, but they've made that explicitly clear. This isn't an edition of the game. Why label it as an edition of the game if it's not?
Yeah. If it's something different, I mean, Granted, it's a good idea that they should start doing like different tiers of like just like merch packages, but it should be marketed as that, and like how much is the thing? So you're gonna have to pay what, a couple $100, and then how much ever the game is, like what, $60-$70 for the game?
I think actually 80. Hold on a second. Let me go on Amazon.
So the best thing you could do, you said that doesn't come out until December, so you'd have to buy the regular game, and then you'll have to wait for the merch stuff to come later then.
Yeah, if you're getting the cheapest edition, see the Power Armor edition is not even available. If
I
you're
like
getting,
that Amazon theme, by the way.
oh, thank you. This is which one is this? This is
It's a little bit blue tan.
well, hold on. My dark Gmail is still lit up. I don't know why. Let me see here. Oh no, that's because I had that tab open. This is Amazon Dark Slate. If you want to get that style, I just went to the ones that had the most downloads and used it. Shit, I didn't want that. Okay, so the Amazon choice here, this Fallout 76, the PC version is $59.99. Oh, you could get a bundle if you want an Xbox One with the 1 terabyte and the game.
So like you'd have to put that in your cart, and then the platinum. Can you do the platinum too already, or is that can you pre-order that or whatever?
Well, see, this one says at least platinum guy. Platinum edition. Yeah, pre-order guarantee. Let's see if it says anything.
What's that going for?
What's that all about?
What's that all about?
About 111, which is funny because that's the old Vault, and the last game was Vault 111.
So it costs you about $170 then for everything.
Right. I mean, like I said, what was it? $59 for the game. I have the Tricentennial Edition, which isn't even available anymore. Currently unavailable.
So what did you pre-order? What is that version?
This is basically like the collector's edition, except hold on. It's the same. The Power Armor edition. This is the Xbox One here. Power Armor edition actually comes with. Is this the biggest image they have? Really? Fuck you guys. It comes with a helmet. It comes out with a helmet, a map that glows in the fucking dark.
Yep.
That's why you said it.
Saying that.
Hold on. 76 Power Armor Edition. Trying to find a good picture of the fucking whole thing that's not like. Seriously, guys.
Christ.
I mean, basically, it's like the game. Oh, you get a bunch of little figure pieces because you get a map, and then you get like little plastic, like the characters, like not chess pieces, but like if you wanted to march your characters around on the map, like an old school board game, like what the hell is it? What am I thinking? Dungeons. Yeah. It's probably the best. Whoops, something went wrong.
So are you gonna put those next to your dusty Wolfenstein stuff?
No, that's if I bought the Power Armor edition. This is the next best. This is basically you get all the in-game loot that you would get here. You just don't get the actual, like you don't get the helmet and the map and all that. That's more expensive. These sold out as soon as they announced these. They sold out. The day that Todd Howard stood up there and said, "Yeah, for $200 you can get all this crap," they sold out, and the next day on eBay they were going for $300. I'm not giving some scalper $100 because they pre-ordered before I could. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So I got the Tricentennial Edition for $79. It's $80. Oh,
okay.
That shows the actual pieces. Here we go. Yeah, see, you get like ghouls and your robots. So you can have them march around the map if you want.
Well, you should still kind of feel special because you said you can't find it, the Tricentennial on Amazon anymore. So
Yeah, you can't buy it. And they don't know. They're like, it probably won't be made again because it was a special limited edition bullshit.
wow.
Yeah, I did the Tricentennial, which, like I said, it has all the digital loot. Like you have different costumes and shit because 76, America was founded 1776. The vault was apparently made in 2076. So it was the 300-year anniversary of America. So the whole thing is like, Uncle Sam and red, white, and blue bullshit everywhere. So you got all these like extra
76.
yeah, all these extra cosmetic things and shit that don't matter to people, only to people like me who fucking care.
Well, now, do you have everything Fallout now? You're getting ready to put. Is like once you get this Fallout 76, is your whole Fallout collection going to be complete? You have
Nah.
like from Fallout 1 to like all the add-ons and everything to every game.
I mean, I've got a bunch of crap here. I'm sure there's all kinds of toys and figures and shit I don't have, but like game wise, I'll have everything that's available now. But see, now let me don't bury the fucking lead in. Let me tell you.
Sure.
Now, see, yeah. So from a game that doesn't exist in the game sale to where games you can actually fucking buy. Humble's Bethesda Bomb Drops sale offers up to 50% off Fallout games.
Mm.
Yeah, look at that. So,
So like, what kind of bundle do they have? Like a bundle with everything?
hold on, dog. I clicked on something. Okay.
What they need to do is have like something you could pre-order with the 76, where it's like all the games.
Well, see, like you can't get 76 on Steam. It's only the Bethesda launcher currently.
Yeah, but you could get the other games without Steam, can't you?
Well, yeah, Good Old Games. Good Old Games usually has sales at the same time as Steam. These, I think, are Steam versions. I'll have to read further. And I mean, I could read. I have all these, but yeah. But anyway, Bethesda's Fallout. Let me finish what I'm saying. Bethesda's Fallout 76 rolls out next month on November 14th, and this weekend is a great time to catch up on any Fallout games you might have missed before the big release. Humble's Bethesda Bombs Drop sale is selling all kinds of Fallout games for up to 50% off. It's not clear when the sale will end, but Steam is running a similar sale on October 24th as the end date. All Humble Bundle game purchases are redeemed on Steam, so basically you get the same thing. Top of the deal list is Fallout 4 for $15. It's 50% off the game's current price. You also get Fallout 4 Season Pass, which is all the DLC, for $30, which is 40% off. The Season Pass adds Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Vault Tech Workshop, and Nuka World to the base game. That's a great price considering that just to pick up Far Harbor right now, it will set you back $15. Rounding out the Fallout 4 section of Fallout 4 VR for $39. Of course, you'll need HTC Vive and graphics card cable of keeping your PC at a steady 90 frames on top of VR version of the game. Go all the way back to the beginning, nostalgia's sake, or just to experience the classic that started all. The original Fallout is just $5, or you can opt for the classic Fallout Classic Collection for $10, which features Fallout, Fallout 2, and Fallout Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel. The sale also has Fallout New Vegas for $5, Fallout 3 for $5, Game of the Year Edition for $12. If you buy Fallout 3, keep in mind that there are compatibility issues on Windows 7 and up because this title uses games for Windows Live. To get it to work, you'll have to download and install GWL and ensure the compatibility settings are correct. It's all pretty straightforward, and there are many online tutorials, such as this one, link, that detail how to get it running. So basically, when I bought my computer and all the components to make it, I said initially, I was like, oh, I want to build a machine just to play Fallout. And then I bought all the Fallout games in the library. Now this new game's coming out. And if you're like me, you saw the trailer, you saw the gameplay of 76, and you go, boner, boner, boner. You can get the other crap to get your toes wet into it. It's kind of cool because you see where the games, like the older games, where they were and where they've been, and you can see how close to the original Bethesda kept it. a lot of the sound effects are the same. When you select VATS to target people, it does the same sound effect as it did in Fallout 1.
Hmm.
You know, a bunch of other little things like that are kept in there. Some shit they changed. This is just, you know, if I had the, you know, $35 to spend, I'd get the VR edition of Fallout 4 because, you know, I don't have a VR headset now, but that's actually a bundle, Ted. Good Newegg,
Brotherhood of Steel.
2080. Um,
I'm surprised you didn't decide to do like a new case or whatever, because I see people did that on YouTube.
yeah, I mean it's just a NZXT case with a skin on it.
Yeah.
I have the picture framed on the wall. I don't need it on my case. It's just on the back any fucking way. Am I going to see the back of my case? No, I'm going to see the window with all the glowy shit. Wah, wah, wah.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised you've never tried to get into like the case modding and stuff. Like you could do some pinstriping on there, Frank.
Like I said, it'd be all on the sides and back. You wouldn't see shit. So you could get an Oculus Rift here with a 2080 for $1,198.
For only.
Yeah. What did they got? He said HTC Vive. They had a standalone VR setup, didn't they, for a minute?
I have no idea.
Oh. But yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not the guy to ask about VR. I could care less.
oh, that's right. I should ask Doug. He knows all about it.
Ask him about wearables too. And Nintendo.
I mean, if you get 4, you can understand what happens when you know, what you can expect to play on, you know, 76. And the older games are really just like, if you're really into the lore and like, I mean, I'm assuming you really would like Fallout 3 The Pit because you play in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the reason I bought the expensive version when I bought Fallout 76 pre-order is because when I got Fallout 4, I didn't get the season pass because I thought it was going to be as cheap as it was forever and ever and ever and ever. And then they said, "Oh, the price is going up," and I'm like, "What?" And then I saw that all the DLC didn't suck, and I was like, "What?" So I fucking bought it at a higher price, and I said, "Never again." So when they launched this one, I said, "Take all my fucking monies." I don't mind, you know, Bethesda's getting it. It's not like it's going to some scalper, so ooh, they're
Yeah.
money. So
By the way, is there a hot rod Chevy 76?
probably. I don't know. That's too new for me, dog.
Yo, about the 50s, 54 Chevy.
That's right. 60s start getting blurry for me. About the mid 60s, I don't know. 76, Monte Nova. What year was the Malibu he had in Say Anything?
Mm-hmm.
77 Chevelle Malibu. Ooh. 77. As soon as I type in 77, it goes, Chevy Malibu? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And then he had, I think, I haven't read anything to confirm it, but I think that Cusack likes Chevys because, see, his character in Say Anything, he had a Malibu. And then Better Off Dead, he had a, is that a Camaro? Better Off Dead. Yep, Camaro. That was a tough car, by the way. Ooh, okay, hold on. Screen share. Oh, they found it and they restored it. Here we go. Really? That's the best you can do?
Dude, really?
Zoom enhance. Look at that shit.
Oh no.
Nope, I already
Oh,
clicked
no.
on it.
Oh, you can see it.
So, yeah, I don't know. Got a luggage rack?
Hmm.
That was a fucking weird movie. But, anyway.
Have you seen any new movies lately, by the way, Frank?
No.
Did you watch Deadpool yet?
How long did it take you to watch Pulp Fiction?
Probably not as long as it's gonna take you to watch Deadpool, is it?
Well, when did Pulp Fiction come out?
No, we're counting from when you first asked me about it.
Let's see, IMDb. Pulp Fiction, 94. And you just saw it this last year?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
hey, you weren't nagging me back then. You were nagging
Right.
on me. I probably
94. I haven't met you yet, but you need to see this movie. Who the hell are you?
But nothing, basically.
Yeah, are you gonna see the new Halloween? My wife wants to see that.
Maybe. Did you see they're doing a new Mask movie?
What?
Yeah,
What?
I guess it's like Revenge of the Mask or something.
What? Mask. Let's see. The Mask. Mask of Zorro. Son of Mask. Oh boy. The Mask. What? Ugh. So so in 2017 they made another The Mask. Did it have anybody in it? Nobody. No. Nothing. No. Nobody. Nope. Nobody in it. Just a bunch of people. Nobody I know. It looks terrible. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, Revenge of the Mask 2018 IMDb.
Hold on. Here's The Mask from 2017.
Uh,
It looks like a porno, doesn't it? Like they found a The Mask mask because like everybody's face is the Jim Carrey face.
no, these are different characters for this movie, but there's the IMDb.
Oh boy. Revenge of it was like bleeding into that fog behind it. Can't even fucking read it. Looks like butt.
Yeah, the IMDb doesn't work well with themes on it. It looks like.
Wow. A new character. Wow. I mean, none of this, I don't think the comic book was a lot darker.
Oh, there was a whole comic book with this Mask stuff because yeah, this was like more of a serious movie. It looked like.
The original Mask was actually based off a comic book, but it was darker. It was not what the movie turned out to be. But anyway, we're rambling now, and it's 2 a.m, so that's all my stories for the night.
Yeah, I want to get watching that Daredevil season 3 came out on Netflix today.
Oh, there's a new Ron White comedy. I need to watch that.
Like how my hair is like. You remember how it was like popular to have like one bang sticking down? That's what it's like. It was like really popular.
Oh yeah, a spit curl like Superman.
Yeah.
Dude I went to high school with asked me to be friends on Facebook, and then I realized, oh yeah, he had the antithesis of a '90s hairstyle. He had frosted hair, right? But
Right.
like, well, okay, it was like like bleached platinum colored, but it was a bowl cut, like shaved underneath, and the top was the bleach color.
Mm.
That is two horrible '90s hairstyles in one. So I haven't seen this dude in 20. He wasn't even high school actually. I saw him in eighth grade was the last time I talked to him. So I was like, okay, I got to click through his pictures and see if he didn't have any throwback pictures. Because like now
What's
he's
he
just
look
got
like now, man?
oh
What does
just
he look like?
looks like any old dude. He's got short spiky hair. He's heavier set now. But
So
I
he's
was like,
fatter and balder.
I mean, just like everybody else. That's what it's like to be a man.
Yeah. That's just a fact of life, right?
You take it good. You take it. Yeah, if you
Getting
try
old,
to
Frank.
a girl I went to high school with that was like the hottest thing, all the guys wanted her. I saw her on Facebook and I was like, ooh, she kind of looks like a man now.
Well, you're lucky. You're married now, man. You made it.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Remember, rough
High school was rough.
dating in your 30s is rough. It's like
Mm,
that swimming pool meme.
Yeah, right. If you had
You
to
don't have to
start
worry about
over,
that.
you're like, oh man. I can understand why people give. If I was in my 50s, I'd just give up.
Yeah.
There's no common ground. A woman in her 50s is either going to have a litter of kids, or she's going to have a hatred
Yeah.
for men, or both.
Or grandkids too.
My buddy, his daughter turned 17 the other day.
That sucks, dude.
I mean, that's
You can be adult in 1 year. Technically have kids of your own.
that's how old his wife was when she was pregnant.
Nice.
So I would just put a pistol in my mouth. I think he's trying to relive his youth because he's like, I want to have another baby, and then he had his daughter. So he's got 3. Do you not like money?
Right.
I mean, I love my dogs, but that's it. I don't want no children. No. I want a video card. God damn it.
Right. Yeah, I got it. I say 670. I got it in the stash, but some of it I have to take this girl off for her birthday this weekend. So I'm hoping I don't have to dig into it too much.
I'm not gonna say anything I have in any stash because you never know. Plus, prices might drop dramatically. RAM prices are gonna go down supposedly.
Yeah, they hear about that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to happen. It's like GPU prices finally start going down. I'm like, oh, just as I lost interest in the ones that are going cheaper.
But yeah, I'm trying to stay young though, man. I don't really have any gray hairs yet. I don't think my skin is still pretty smooth. I use like this cream every day on my face. It helps it keep it pretty tight. So
tight.
I mean,
all right, man. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. I want to watch some Daredevil. You want to
I gotta let the dogs
probably
piss.
sleep? You gonna play any games tonight?
As soon as the feeling comes back in my ass, yeah.
Sweet. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for tuning into the show. It's late, especially. It's like 2 a.m. now, and
thanks for leaving comments.
Late. Yeah, keep on with the comments.
We'll tell you if we see them.
Well, in the chat, but like I always pay attention to the comments, at least on our YouTube videos, because I get a notification about that. But that Winston's guy, yeah, keep commenting, or if you have questions, ask some questions too. I mean, eventually when we do, like if we get enough people, I'd like for us to be able to do like a Q&A thing eventually. segment once in a while where like people have questions. Like, what's your favorite color, Frank? How many times have you jerked it in your life?
How many times have I jerked my favorite color?
Do you like walks on the beach?
I like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye. Boobs. Shout a scissor up. Say something.
Something.
I'll take it.